We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, whoa! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
I think it worked. I didn't hear anything, Phoenix, but hello. Craig died for only 15 minutes. Only 15 minutes. But here's Kirsche. Hi.
Hi, I'm also here. I made it to Craig's show before he did. What a
This
weird
is true.
day.
Did you hear anything in the intro?
No, it was dead silent.
Okay, I had to unmute on YouTube. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, here's Phoenix.
Here I am, putting this all together as fast as I possibly could. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're Gucci. We're Gucci. Hello. Hi. Anyway, I have a story for you all. And I've got visuals for you because this is Craig's fault. And it makes sense as to why Craig is not here. So did you know that when we were in Texas last month, Craig drained the car battery of his Honda? He left it in front of the hotel for 3 hours. Just running for 3 hours. So I actually have a visual I can show you guys of Craig literally charging up his vehicle with myself and Wicked judging. Do you want to share that one real fast, Phoenix?
Boy, howdy. Here we go.
So, and trust me, guys, this makes sense as to why I'm talking about this now. So here's Craig about to go and charge the battery because he left it running for 3 fucking hours in front of a hotel. I don't know who does that, but Craig does. And the reason Craig is not here today is because he killed his battery of his car. Okay? Killed it. He's on his way. He'll be here in like 10 minutes because he finally got his battery replaced, but he absolutely shot it. And this is the reason why it's all fucking up today. Craig and his battery. There's your story.
I'm still just impressed that the car didn't get stolen. Imagine leaving it on with the keys in for 3 hours and no one's like, hey, I can make that mine.
For 3 hours. So what happened was, guys, we brought all of the tech stuff in his giant-ass Honda minivan, unloaded it, put it in the room that we were doing the King of the Couch like live stream in, and then everyone just forgot about the car. But I thought Craig had gone and parked it somewhere else. No, he just left it in the front.
I have a question.
3 hours.
Mr. Yumi in the movies in chat said, wait, did he do it again?
He
again?
did. Yes,
the second time?
This is what I'm saying. Like this happened in Texas last month, and it just happened again this morning where he killed the battery of his car.
Someone needs to remind this man that his car exists and he should go look after it.
I don't think he left it running this morning. I think it just died on him when he was out doing an errand. Because he texted me before we went live about an hour or so saying, hey, I gotta run an errand. I'll be back before the show. And I'm like, well, actually, I didn't even respond. I just left him on red. But then he texts the group chat of Phoenix and I. He's like, so my battery died. So here we are again, guys. So when they say that some men are, more capable with vehicles, that's a lie. That's clearly a lie. So anyway.
Oh my God. I heard the best dad joke the other day, actually. I was like, this is advanced dad-mancery. So someone asked, they posted, I can't remember if it was a Facebook post or a Twitter post, but they said, my daughter won't stop eating electrical cords. What do I do? And a dad responded, you ground her until she learns to conduct herself properly.
I like that. That's funny. I dig that.
I was like, oh God, I can feel the cheeseburgers manifesting around me.
Wow. All right. Okay. Well, so that's exciting, I guess. That we've lost Craig, and I'm basically stalling for the next 10 minutes or so. But is there any other exciting tales you have to share, Kirsche?
Well, when I was on my little business trip here recently, we also had a car issue at one point, and the car issue is more human error. Okay, I was like looking at my phone as the passenger, and because like I'm not really responsible for anything as the passenger, And we managed to be in a place that had a lot of one-way streets, and like we were doing pretty well. But then we got to like what looked like a main street, and it had 4 lanes. And there was a median in the middle of the 4 lanes. And so we assumed, you could just turn left, turn left into the part of the lane where you would normally turn left in. It turns out all 4 of those lanes were one way, and we turned headfirst into the traffic because we went the wrong way for the one way. And thankfully, this place is littered with side streets, so we kind of just popped up on the curb and took a side street to get out of that madness. But that could have been really bad really fast if it didn't, if my driver friend didn't notice, hey, we're going the wrong way. And also if people weren't moving at a slower pace, because that could have been real bad. I would not be here right now.
Jesus Christ. All right. I don't even know how to continue from that. Phoenix, have you done anything retarded with a vehicle lately?
Retarded with a vehicle lately? No, I really, really wish I had a good story there. I don't. No, none. Thank you. Back to you, Blabs.
Okay, so it's just Craig and Kirsche's friends who are retarded with a vehicle. Wait, was this guy a dude or a female?
It was a dude.
So when they say that all women drivers are insane, we now have 2 examples to use.
Look, I mean, sometimes you just see a road with 4 lanes and a median splitting up the 4 lanes, and you're like, oh, this is a normal street. But then the state's like, surprise, retard! That's 4 lanes going one way. Fuck you.
So anyway, I think, I don't even know how to move on from that.
Hey, Blabs, here's how we can move on real quick.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, you didn't hear that fart sound?
No.
I'll do it one more time. No.
He could just fart on command.
I don't hear anything, dude. Listen, Craig left us, and Phoenix had to duct tape everything in the background, and now everything's broken, and I can't hear any sound effects. Couldn't hear the intro, and I can't hear farting.
All right, 1 second.
Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, now we heard it.
I heard that time.
Okay, we're back on.
Shout out. All right, so listen, I'm just gonna pull up some supers. Again, guys, we're still having that software issue where nothing over 2 is being shown on our software, so I have to use StreamYards and navigate. So Kirsche, you're not gonna be able to see the super chats on screen because I'm putting them up on StreamYards. Burrito became a new member. Shout out to the Burrito.
I like reading the supers.
I'm sorry. If you have YouTube pulled up, that'll help. You'll be a little bit delayed, though, but yeah. Wolfenwing says, you don't have to like VTubers, but haters can F off. Agreed. No reason to be a hater. Cold Acids for 10 says, Kirsche's back, and there's going to be tangents. Hey, Foxy's back.
Oh, God, I have so much to ramble about tomorrow. Apparently, a lot of things happen every time I go on vacation. So whenever I go on vacation, the world just decides to create immense amounts of content for everyone else.
True. It's like whenever you and Asmongold go away. Together.
He didn't go on vacation this time, okay?
Sure. C-Man Nader says, hey, Kirsche, you are awesome. High five. High five. Silaful of Cool Ranch Dorito says, how does Craig not know his car is running at all? Have you met the man? At Tamamo for 10 says, so all this stuff in the UK. Never in my life have I felt scared by a group or organization, but this government is genuinely scaring me. People getting arrested due to opinions on private servers. Yeah, no, the UK, Canada, and Australia, I feel like every single day are competing with stupidity on which country can be the dumbest one. And right now, I think it's the UK right now that's being the really dumb one, followed by Canada, followed by Australia. That's how I'm going to rank it for today.
Whenever I have to talk about the UK, I just prefer to be like, the UK isn't real. It can't hurt you, all right? That just makes life so much better to think of it as not a real place.
Yeah, anyway. Fuck off, Canada. Fuck off these freaking, you know what? Fuck off King Charles and the rest of your little countries and no, anyway. Over on Plus, Cthulhu for 3 says, hello, best Foxu. Tamamo no May has nothing on you.
What?
I don't know. Armis for 1 was like, why can't you hear a pterodactyl use the bathroom? Because the P is silent.
Thanks, Dad.
Anyways, have a great day, everyone. Lovely seeing you again as always, Kirsche. Hail good, Phoenix, and hey, Blabs. Hi. Polydan, for one, says, my car's battery died as the alternator fried at the start of the month. The repairs cost me $1,400. But my car's a 2012 Impala, so it's on its last legs. Yeah, that's an old car, man. But, like, some of the older ones are even better than today, so, like... Why would you upgrade? Tenarian for 5 says, you got hello,
Daddy's home.
Are we getting vigorous spankings, Mrs. Carlson?
Hold on. Can we just stop? Shut up, Blabs. Just shut up.
I didn't say anything.
No, I listened to the entire first 10 minutes of the show.
And it was all accurate. Didn't even lie.
You make me seem like I'm a fucking bubbling idiot when it comes to cars. First off, the car was not on for 10 minutes. The lights, the emergency lights were blinking, so the car wasn't on, so anybody could just walk up and take the car, you fucking moron, all right?
It was technically on. If the car is blinking the entire time, the keys are in the ignition, it's technically speaking not on, just the engine's not running.
Blabs, the key were not in the ignition. I had the key with me the entire time.
Then how the fuck is it still blinking?
Because emergency blinkers work at all times.
Why would you do that, though? Why would you leave them on?
To let people know that we're going to be there temporarily.
But you're in a hotel lobby, so you don't need to do that. You're there for a fucking reason.
Don't listen, Blabs. You think I'm a fucking retard when it comes to cars? I can listen. You're over here making me sound like I'm a bumbling idiot over here, and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Daddy, oh yeah.
Hi,
Mom and Dad.
Kirsche, how are you?
I still think you don't know how
like
to
a
vehicles.
fucking Nickelodeon cartoon father.
Blabs
I'm the
over
family
here
on
pulling
parents
all
right
like
now. What's happening?
Blabs over here pulling like freaking modern feminist girl power shit over here. Like, oh, look at all these dumb men. Look at all these stupid men.
I gave
with their
2
cars.
examples. 2. That's
up.
not a whole lot now, is
shut
it?
up.
You're
Just shut up.
listen, it's not my fault your battery died.
You're right.
Take it out on your Honda.
It is not your fault that the battery died. Yes, it is. And
Take
honestly,
it out on your Honda.
I totally forgot. No, it
died.
was my fault.
Life is gonna be so sad.
It was absolutely my fault. And honestly, I totally forgot about the battery thing at King of the Couch until you brought it up on the show, which I was like, oh shit, that makes a lot more sense. So that maybe that's why. Kirsche, how the hell are you?
I am freaking great, brother. I had a really great business trip, a lot of secret stuff I can't talk about, but it's gonna be great once I can finally reveal it. I got a lot of stuff in the pipeline, as it were.
Love to see that. Love it.
To see it.
Just our VTuber friend Rising Star, which is excellent. Way to go.
I'm also Phoenix.
you are. Well, yes, that's excellent. Well, look, we're glad you're with us, and glad you're with us too. Get Blabs out of here, Phoenix, please. Can you close her off in her little?
Oh, good. I do
cage,
have
please?
to get up for 2 seconds.
Get her out.
This is
Put
the
her in
first time I've been here all July. Like, you guys were on vacation, and then I was on vacation, and then you broke your fucking leg like a retard, and now we're finally here at the last week of July.
Check it out. Back in the boot. Let's go.
Oh
yep.
my God.
Hey, but PT's going good. So, anyways, like I'm very glad to be hanging out with you again. I was like, all right, Kirsche is back on Thursday. Here we are.
Oh, it's been too long.
I know, but now here we are, back again. It's VTuber Friend Fest going on. Look, we're glad you're with us as well, everybody. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the 128,000 just normal men who have found common sense in the video game space. Hit the thumbs up button if you like Blabs trying to tear me down and me just letting her know she's a fucking idiot, which is fine.
I like a little jail slide.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen. It's pretty easy sometimes. You make it very easy sometimes.
Yes, but if you're going to tear me down, at least get it right. All right?
I did get it right. You fucking left the car for 3 hours.
Yes, I didn't leave the car on for 3 hours, Blabs. All right? There's a big difference.
I feel like it would have probably helped your case instead of just leaving the lights blinking for 3 hours.
It is courtesy to let people know that your car is there
in front of a hotel lobby. Everybody knows you're there for a reason.
Yeah.
You're literally unloading.
Yes, we were unloading.
3 hours.
Right. For 3 hours. I forgot. So I went back. Either way, look, if you guys are popping in and you guys would like to support the show, you can do so over at Side Scrollers Plus. We have a big announcement coming up on Friday. Our next big event we're going to announce coming up at the end of August. Can't wait to share that with you guys. Very much looking forward to that. If you'd like to support us, you can. Also, using the pinned chat, you can support Kirsche directly over at Side Scrollers Plus. You can support her, support us, support all the good things we got going on over there. In addition to Kirsche, Eric from You, Me, and the Movies also joined as a member of Side Scrollers Plus recently, which is absolutely spectacular. Wonderful new partner. I do want to point out that yesterday I did a Plus stream where I played Grandpa High on Retro. Kirsche, have you heard of this game?
No, I have never heard of this game.
Okay, can I?
Why
let me
does
just
he look like you?
Shut up. Listen, I for one do not do bong hits like Grandpa over here.
I just don't believe you. All right.
Can I give you a quick rundown of this game? Like, what makes this game so great? Okay, it's stuck between like the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 era as far as the graphics goes. Okay. And the entire premise of it, when you play as Grandpa, and he is promised, he's like like Liam Neeson almost, right? Where he has a particular set of skills, and he's hanging out on his couch. The game starts with him hanging out on the couch doing bong rips, and he gets a call from a mysterious somebody who offers him sex. It's a woman, and she's like, "Hey, if you come and save me, you can have sex with me." And he's like, "Well, all right, Grandpa's got something to do." And that's like, that's the entire premise of the game. It's spectacular. So if you guys haven't yet, I encourage you to watch the first hour of game. I think I'm almost done with the game. It's super duper short. But if you haven't yet, go and watch the stream I did yesterday.
Grandpa legs, let's go.
Here's some sweet gameplay of this. You got it pulled up there, Phoenix?
Yep, 1 second.
Okay, sure, sounds good. But yeah, you walk around, you can see the graphics all PlayStation 2 and jittery and really, really fun. And you watch out for the dogs. Don't shoot the dogs. Don't shoot the dogs.
But can you shoot the dogs?
Actually, no, you can't. You can shoot it. I think it's a fake dog.
You
or something,
tried. You son of a bitch. You tried.
I would try too, just
Yeah.
to see,
Yeah. Anyways, it's really, really fun. I'm going to go back and play it. You can see how like blocky and pixelated and nonsense it is. It's super duper fun. Definitely come and join us, because I'm going to schedule another stream where we finish this bad boy up, because I feel like I'm incredibly close to getting laid in this game. So
Grandpa doing bong hits and getting laid reminds me, I have this guy in my community named Boggy.
Mm-hmm.
And Boggy is like, I live vicariously through this man because I have to be all prim and proper in public as a YouTuber person.
Uh-huh.
And he gifts me random games on Steam all the time. And so like recently, in the last like month and a half or so, I've gotten gifted The Island of Thugs, Your Dog Hitler, Ocean Lust, Erotic Descent, Come Boy in Space, Between Her Toes, Italian Brain Rot in Prison, Come Boy in Space 2, Sex with Hitler 3D, Cuckold House, and Hentai Nazi Girl.
Those all sounds like great games you could play exclusively on Side Scrollers Plus.
They do, and they sound very much in the same vein as your little high grandpa getting laid.
Yeah, listen, it was a really fun game, and I encourage everyone to go buy. There's way more depth to it than you would think a game like a little meme game like this would be. So
yeah,
we're gonna make it happen. So, and yes, Kirsche, I think you should totally. We should schedule out some streams for you so you can play those crazy games, because God knows you can't play those on Twitch or Kick or YouTube.
You cannot.
So.
We have something upcoming, don't we, Blabs?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do. Did we even announce this yet?
Not
we
yet.
haven't announced it, and I'm definitely not asking you because I forgot the date.
All we're gonna say is this is gonna all come together on Friday when we announce what we have going on at the end of the month. So just know that Thursdays throughout the month of August are when you need to know what's going on over on Side Scrollers Plus.
Yeah, oh my God! I actually put it in my calendar. I wasn't retarded.
Let's go. Nice.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, it's on the 14th at 4 p.m. Are we announcing now?
Now I guess we are.
Sure. Why not? Why not? The 14th.
No, keep them in suspense. Something's
No,
happening
we'll
on
never
the 14th.
tell them.
Yeah,
No.
we won't know
Tell
what
them.
it is. You just know when it is.
That's right. That's right. All we're going to tell you is that Thursdays at 3 p.m. Central throughout the month of August and potentially further, Side Scrollers Plus. Use promo code $, to join us. You get access to all of our stuff. Promo code BUCK there, or I guess promo code $. It gets you $1 for your first month. You get access to all the stuff. I need to add Eric there. So anyways, yeah, good stuff.
Can we also use the code BUCK?
Yeah.
I like that. That's funny.
I'll do it. Sure. Buck.
And then we'll just think of like a stag or something. It'll be funny.
I'm the buck. You're getting broken because you're giving me the dollar.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Nice. All right. I don't even know what you just said, but it sounded sexual. All right.
No, listen, Kirsche. TLDR yesterday, Craig learned what a mommy muffin was.
I did.
A mommy muffin?
Oh,
Yes.
Kirsche doesn't know either.
No, I haven't
Kirsche
heard
knows.
of that.
Kirsche knows what a muffin means. It absolutely
Like a
did.
muffin top?
Nope.
No,
That's
no.
what Kirsche, listen, me and Kirsche are the same
knows.
here. What are they here?
Kirsche
We're here.
knows.
I know what an okie cookie is. Is it similar to that?
What the fuck is a nookie cookie?
An okie cookie is when multiple men come inside a woman and the last man to come has to eat all the cum outside of her.
What?
Yeah, that's an okie cookie.
Why would you know that?
And
What?
there it
What
is,
the
ladies and
muffin
gentlemen.
thing?
The muffin! Come on, the muffin just means for JJ. Oh my god. You know, like you muffs muncher.
Well,
Try
will
and
say
segue
this.
out of that one, Craig. Let's see how good you are.
Pivot! Pivot! Pivot!
No. I think it's important to really, we should certainly stop down and talk about the wonderful things. Hey, maybe
You were so excited for a second that I didn't know something, and then I just destroyed you. It's like when you accidentally come across a level 30 mob in the beginner zone.
Hey, you want me to pivot out of that? I don't need to, because maybe one of those actions will happen when you play those games over at sidescrollersplus.com. How's that sound? Let's
Look at that pro. Look at that pro.
Go!
Look at that
fucking
pro.
All right. Look, we always like to start the show 30 minutes in talking about today in video game history. So let's fire away. Blabs, what do we have today when it
Oh,
comes to video
fucking
games?
no.
Okay. Wow. Hey, talk about a professional, ladies and gentlemen. Here she is.
I'm just like shut down after all that. Anyway, guys, today, July 31st. Fucking hell. Anyway, today, July 31st, is the day of the Game Boy. So the Game Boy was 1989 with the launch titles of Tetris and Super Mario Land. So happy birthday, Game Boy.
All extremely notable games.
Yes.
Obviously, the Game Boy release, huge. 36 years ago. Kirsche, you ever have a Game Boy?
I did have a Game Boy.
It's awesome. Yes. I bet Phoenix did too. The big
Right
old
here.
gray brick.
Yeah.
There. Yep. Of course he does.
Yeah.
The Game Boy's older than me. I guess I'm surprised that by the time I was old enough to have one, they had those still and hadn't moved on to color yet.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Game Boy, very big. I think it's one of the biggest selling consoles of all time. Definitely top 3 or 4. But some other noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs. Adventure Island 3 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Phoenix, I bet you know that one.
Absolutely. It's rage-inducing, but it's a great game, but very
Yes.
rage-inducing.
Yes, Adventure Island was a huge franchise back on the NES. Also, Shining Dragon 3, Flying Dragon for the N64, a very bad, I believe it was a
Did
very
you say
bad.
Shining Dragon?
Shining Force and Flying Dragon, Kirsche. But I'll tell you what, if they did combine the two and make Shining Dragon, that'd be a pretty cool, badass title right there. I'm just saying.
TM side scrollers. We own it now. Great. Perfect.
That's right. Blabs missed the greatest professional football game ever made, NFL Blitz 2000, a game that I love so much. I bought the physical arcade game,
Oh, wow.
and when I sold the arcade game, I went through a small bout of depression for no longer having it anymore. Then I bought it for Arcade 1-Up and returned it when I realized that they changed the game. They modified the game to remove some of the best things about it at the request of the NFL. But the best football game ever, NFL Blitz 2000, right there. Also, let's see what else you got here today, Blabs.
Did that say Fantasy Star?
Did it? Yes, it did. Portable for the
Oh.
PlayStation for the PlayStation Portable right there. So yeah,
I think I played like a total of 3 games on my PSP. One was like a Final Fantasy VII thing. One was like the Viva Pinata. And I can't remember what the third one I had was.
for your PSP, I remember seeing the PSP for the first time and thinking, "Wow, this is the future." Like I saw a guy playing a soccer game in college when he had a PSP out, and I was like, "Holy shnikes! That is this is the future of video games here." This is
I guess
it.
I'm a boomer at heart because I only ever used the handheld games for Pokemon. And it just made sense to play Pokemon on a handheld because that's where they basically always have been. I know there's been like Coliseums and stuff for the actual consoles, but the mainstay games are always portable. And so when they started making like the PSPs and all the other whatever handheld garbage, I was just like, I don't really get these. I don't really understand. And then we got to the point where it's like, don't you guys have phones? And I'm like, no, I hate mobile games. I play my mobile games on emulators on PC because I can't stand having to play with mobile controls. I hate it.
Listen, for me, I definitely put Pokemon and mobile games together. And when they made like a Pokemon Snap or whatever it was for the N64, I was like, what? Why is this a thing? I don't understand. But yeah, Pokemon and mobile games are definitely definitely a strong correlation between the two. I did notice at the bottom of that list there was a game called Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which I looked up the trailer for this, and I'm going to be honest. This looks fucking awesome. Phoenix, a Ninja Gaiden game in 2025 with classic sprites. And I don't know, just saying, looks pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I've been very excited to see this one. And then there's also, I think, Shinobi is coming out, I think, middle of August, right?
Yeah. I think Shinobi is coming very, very soon.
Yeah, and it looks very similar to this. Like, I love this kind of look.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, available, I guess, today. That's pretty cool. Lots of hacking and slashing, and it has what was that game that was released a few years ago, Phoenix? That it was a ninja game. It has that bouncy mechanic to it as well. God, the Messenger.
The Messenger, yeah.
Yes, the Messenger is what I'm thinking of.
It had like somewhat like RPG elements. It was a great game, combining somewhat RPG with Ninja Gaiden. Really, really solid game.
Ooh, and it's made by these folks down here. They're pretty good. There's that .emu, is that what it is, or something like that? Yeah, they're pretty damn good at making those classic games. So, all right, well, hey, lots going on today. Glad you're with us. Let's get some quick supers real quick, Blabs, because I saw we had a big old massive $100 come in from Dreg.
Yeah, okay, hang
Your
on.
evil twin.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, we need some boobs, Phoenix, please, and thank you for the 100.
Playing it now? Here we go.
Yeah, 100. Okay, so let me get rid of the super so you guys can see them titties. Well, that won't be clipped, I'm sure. All right, Drag for 100 says, "Hey y'all, had really cool message, but YouTube wouldn't let me send it. Don't know why. F YouTube, F this censorship BS. Thank you very much for the hundo."
Hey, not thank you very much. Fucking A, man. That's spectacular, Dreg. Not like, hey. Thanks.
Listen, you're just mad at me because you stalled your car and battery died.
I don't know, the hands on the side of the face, little dainty Craigathy. That's kind of cute.
Thanks, Dreg. Appreciate that.
Go on.
No, I think we need to bring back Blabs karaoke for 100s.
I don't think so.
Oh, did you see Kirsche reaction? Like, what?
That's never happening ever again.
Oh, man. I think
karaoke is scary.
Oh, it's so good. What else we got, Blabs? Let's hit all at least the 10s. Those are spectacular.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit every super as we go, and because I don't have them in front of me.
Yeah.
But we do have our Montez goal today. We want to make sure you guys support Kirsche over on Side Scrollers Plus. Let's have a big fucking day today.
Called Fox Lady.
Yeah.
Okay, Modest for 10 says, "Mamma mia." Actually, this should be Craig reading this one. There you go. Read that one. StreamYards.
Mamma mia, Kirsche, you slammed Blabs down so hard you left her in a ragu of her own despair. Welcome back, my adorable Foxu Oshi. Blabina, don't go toe-to-toe with the Foxu, capiche? Tell me now.
Wait, when did we ever go toe-to-toe?
I think that was making a joke about you asking me about the muffin thing, and then
No, that's definitely not going to toe. I would not want to do that. Thank you. Okay, let me see. Wasp for 20 says, "Hey Kirsche, have you heard about the RPTR trigger for the Chris Vector? It's an assisted reset trigger that goes BRRRT. Well, not being a machine gun is 100% legal."
Oh, but now I know about it and I need it. I need this in my life. I have a fridge full of cheese that my community bought me, and now I need to get a lever that makes my Vector go burr.
I'm sorry, Blabs. What does it go again?
Brrr! There was a T in there, so that's why I was like,
All right, nice. That's wonderful.
Mika for 10 says, "Kirsche's banned from taking any more vacations. The world can't keep getting worse from the lack of her presence."
Yeah,
Hey.
it's been pretty ridiculous. Like what, Vshoho like completely imploded, Hulk Hogan died, the censorship has ramped up like a crazy amount. What else has happened in my absence?
You know, probably the biggest thing that we haven't talked about yet.
Ozzy dying, besides that
No.
one?
No,
that one is big.
I think that happened before I left.
This is maybe the biggest and most important thing that happened, or at least been discussed since the last time we spoke. And I've actually heard more people say you need to talk to Kirsche about this than probably anything that we have done on the show since the last time we spoke. Oh. And that is the idea of the VTuber model for me and Blabs.
If you pull out a woman's skin, I am just going to call you trans every time I'm on the show.
Here we
better
go.
Not pull out a woman's
Be prepared.
skin, Craigathy.
Have you? No, listen. Here's the thing. I have not. I did not create this skin. All right. I want to be clear about this. I did not. But
so whoever created the skin is trying to turn you into a femboy, which will eventually have you go down the degeneracy pipeline of taking hormones and trying to become an actual woman, and then offing yourself 10 years later.
I think that's the goal. Yes. I think
Wow, that makes sense.
Because here it is.
Escalated.
There's
a pipeline in VTubing, right? Any male that uses a female model eventually either gets outed for massive degeneracy or decides to try and become a woman. It's like completely undefeated. I turned Bagman back into a flesh tuber before it could take him.
So you don't like this setup for me?
No, we don't.
No, you should not be a woman.
Yeah, no.
So my thought on this was this. It's very simple, Kirsche. We start with an overly masculine dude, right? With like, like totally masculine, right? And over time, he like as maybe support comes in, I go like Super Saiyan, like, and there's like big effects and stuff. And then I switch over to crazy, whatever this is. Apparently it's a dragon or something. This was made for me. So I don't know. Did you think that is a good idea, or it's just a horrible idea?
That doesn't look like a macho man or a dragon. What are you smoking?
Well, no, I just, that's what a thing is. You can like make a character and then you go, well, it's a dragon, and it's fine. I don't know. I don't really know how VTubing works. Like I said, I'm such a tourist. It's ridiculous. So,
I mean, I think it would be cool if you had like a model to play around with. Just don't be a woman.
Okay, sounds good. What should I be?
I don't know. Be whatever you want.
A car
That's
battery.
Not a woman.
No, okay. I'll think of something, and then we'll do VTuber thing.
Only Phoenix heard that one.
Be a car battery? What that?
Yeah, you should be a car battery. Just like imagine that with like a little emote face and everything, the blinking eyes and all, and the mouth. Yeah, I think it should be a car battery. I think it'd be actually really funny.
Yeah, genuinely, I thought the way Craig was going with his description is he's going to start out as like a big macho man, and then like as more and more support comes in, he's going to turn into a woman. And I was like, that's literally just the pipeline. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. I've fallen for the pipeline.
That's literally what's that one Flesh streamer that literally happened to? Like his audience kept paying him to like dress like a woman, and then eventually he started taking hormones. Who was that? Finster. Yep. That's who that was.
Let me tell you this. That sure as fuck ain't gonna happen over here. I promise you that. I like being a dude. Just throwing it out there. Dreg says, "Hey, show Kirsche your VTuber skins." Yes, there we go. Thank you, Dreg. Rod says, Mama Foxu teaching Blabs new terms. Also, Craig, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a game made by both the .emu team and the Game Kitchen, the creators of Blasphemous, and just bought it for Montez. Thank you, Rod. Appreciate that.
A little car battery that could. There is a VTuber that turns into a forklift, so I mean, a car battery is not far out of the realm of possibility.
Let's stinking go. I like that idea. That's manly. Tamamo says, so I wish the UK wasn't real and couldn't hurt me. Also, about that Tamamo no more chat, my profile pic, mythical Fox waifu that gained massive popularity due to Fate Gacha. I love her.
Oh, I've never played the Fate Gacha. I've only watched a couple of like short YouTube documentaries on how Japanese men have spent over $30,000 and ruined their lives with it.
Oh, that's wildly unfortunate for them.
I know.
C. Thomas Peasant says, Craigathy killing his battery and the Kirsche magically summoning the yappening without effort. What's next? Munya being able to summon demons?
Munya. I hope not.
Flying Nanook says, happy Foxu Thursday. Cure, do you want to tell Blabs about your car pizza?
So while I was in Los Angeles, I had been, looked after. I had like a retard wrangler the whole time I was there. I was very lucky. But as soon as my friends left for like the day of my birthday when I was planning on spending time with my chat, as soon as they left, my gremlin brain was just like, I'm hungry. And I decided to eat a day-old Costco hot dog that had just been sitting around in our hotel room. And also, oh God, I think it was just a pepperoni pizza that had been sitting in the trunk of the car for like 2 days. I mean, the car was in valet parking, so it wasn't like in the sun or anything. It was like in an underground car park. I mean, it tasted pretty fine.
Did it have its blinkers on, letting the battery drop down while it was parked at the hotel?
No, it was parked correctly, actually.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, I'll tell you this. There is nothing wrong with the Costco hot dog or the Costco pizza.
Except when it's a day old or something and just sitting around all day, not even refrigerated.
Well, I mean, to be fair, sometimes I'll order a pizza and I'll leave it on my counter and then I'll wake up the next day and be like, oh, I forgot I ordered pizza. And then I'll just eat it because, like, it's fine, right?
Yeah, I would say most of the time it's fine. I mean, like the pizza in the trunk,
That's probably pushing it a bit.
Yeah.
But also, I grew up having to, like, hide food in my bedroom because my mom and her biker friends would eat it when I bought it and she wouldn't buy food for us. So, my stomach's probably used to eating stuff that's been at room temperature,
Were you sitting in the throne for like a good couple hours after that?
No, I was perfectly fine.
Jesus.
Huh.
Hey, speaking of farts, Burritos came in, says, Craig, don't turn into that guy that Kirsche talked about, abandoned his wife and 7 children to become a 6-year-old girl. What the hell?
Oh, dude, that was why. Okay, so this guy like came into the news in like 2015 or 2016. It was ages ago. And I brought him up on stream briefly for some reason. And then I was like, I wonder where he is now. Chat, let's see if we can find out what he's doing. And it turns out that the where is he now is just fucking crazy. So he tried to make himself into like this eternal victim of like, my wife supported my cross-dressing, but then after I told her that I wanted to live full-time as a 7-year-old little girl, she kicked me out. She was unhappy. And it's like, okay, well, that's not the reaction of a woman who was supposedly supportive of you. So something must have fucking happened. All right, okay? But he has like a FetLife account and he writes a blog and he has his own website. And of course, like everyone else, he does trans activism, trying to show people that like, hey, I'm just a normal 6-year-old girl. I wanted to be 7, but the couple who adopted me, their 7-year-old daughter wanted me to be younger than her. So I decided to be 6, and that's normal and wonderful. And it's trans misogyny if you ever say that I'm wrong. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? He's very creepy.
Do you know how many people he like so many people would have died had he not decided he was a 6-year-old girl, Kirsche? That's the problem. God.
Oh my God.
What a fucking joke. No, I will never, ever, ever do any of that nonsense. That makes me disgustingly sad. Marmalin says VTubers plus eating moldy VTubers plus eating moldy / old items. There is no more of a common thing. Foxu wonders why she has health issues.
That was like, oh my God. When I first got to the bunker, I had bought like the bottles of Arizona iced tea. And I had left a bottle because it's like, it's not the individual bottles. It's like the big bottles that you have to like pour out into a cup and whatnot. And I'm used to just like leaving those around my apartment because they don't go bad. And I usually drink them fast enough. But I guess I had left this one out for like a week. All right, which should have been nothing. I've left them out for a week in my apartment and nothing has happened. But I left it out here for a week in Bunkerland. And then when I opened it to take a sip, I was like, this tastes fucking weird. And so I looked inside of it. And there was like mold growing all inside of it. Obviously, I didn't drink more of it because that's disgusting. But I was like, how the fuck did my iced tea mold so fucking quickly? What the hell? Why? What? So now I put like everything in the fridge. And like I even have my ketchup in the fridge because like I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid about how bad things go quickly in Bunkerland.
Just to be clear, you put everything in the fridge except for the Costco hot dog and your trunk pizza.
Well, that was in California. I was on vacation, so I was like, vacation has no rules.
I get it. I totally understand. Tamamo says, So my job is health and safety, including food. Don't hurt me like this. At least put it in the fridge. The biological risks. Oh, my autism. Thank you, Tamamo. Man, give it up for Chili Mad Gunner, who gifted 10 subs over on Twitch. Let's stinking go. That's outstanding. I want to get a couple from Tenarian real quick. And Shifty Looking Gamer came in as a tier 1 sub over on Twitch as well. That's outstanding. Tenarian says, I just got followed on X by Hiroki Kikuta, the creator of Kodolke, the predecessor of Shadowheart games, and the composer of the Mana games. I'm a huge fan. My heart is bursting with joy. And I actually booted up Kodolka right afterwards. Tenarian, I just butchered that whole thing. Thank you very much, and congratulations on that. That's awesome. Tenarian followed up and says, Kirsche absolutely needs to know how I have a great uncle named Adolf. No, not even kidding. He has a big old mustache like Burt Reynolds, though, not like Chaplin. I also have a quarter black friend named Jacob. Curious which she finds funnier. Do you like the uncle named Adolf or a friend named Jacob?
I like both because I could make so many weird puns with Jacob's name if I had time. And also, much like when I meet somebody who has like a very popular name or like a name for like the wrong gender, right? Like when you meet like someone named, I don't even know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm bad at fucking remembering things. But you know, when you can just be like, hey, how many times have you heard this joke with a name like that? You know? I would do that to Adolf. You know, I would just make Hitler jokes every time I saw him, and he'd be like, I don't want to see my niece again, man. She's gonna heil me, and it's gonna be awkward. And then I'm gonna have to play nice as she offers me a cheeseburger and asks if I need more Lebensraum. You know, like
he has like Uncle Adolf has to get those jokes every time. Like
there's no way he doesn't, man.
Just getting saluted going down the street. What's up, Uncle? What's up, Adolf?
Oh yeah, like men named Ashley. That's a good one, chat. Thank you.
Yeah, that one is so weird. I don't know why they go and name their children Ashley, especially when they're dudes. And then their nicknames are just Ash.
Ashley used to be a male name, I guess, back in the old days in England, and then women just co-opted it and used it as a female name, and so we know it as a female name, and it's weird for us to see men name Ashley, but it was the opposite ages ago.
Yeah, it's so weird, though. It's like, oh, hey, Ash, and it's like, it's a dude. Hey, everybody. It's like, whoa. Yeah.
What's up, dog?
It's a trap.
Marmalin came in with the $50 super chat, says, Foxu gets penicillin classic regularly. Let's go. You got a subscription to the penicillin service there, Kirsche?
I mean, I guess so. I haven't died yet, right?
Zachary says, happy Thursday, Side Scrollers crew. Kirsche cursed tangents are like cigarettes. Enjoyable, unhealthy, makes people gag. Glad to have her back. Thanks for the show, OG Game Boy Love. Montez, let's go. Joe says, you guys are the greatest. Let's go. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. And Ranting Ryan says, I apologize ahead of time for the memes that might come from the result of this statement, but it just occurred to me that Phoenix resembles modern day Eminem mixed with adult Dustin Diamond.
Dustin Diamond sounds like a male porn star name.
No, that was Screech from Saved by the Bell.
There's a compliment and then a gut punch right after that. That's perfect.
But is he wrong? Just saying.
Not wrong at all, by the way.
That's right. No. That's right.
I would have said like a slightly more Jewish Adam Sandler.
Ooh. A little thinner than Adam Sandler.
I'll take
today.
that.
Yes. Yeah. Bike shorts. As a player of the Fate Gacha, I spend thousands of dollars on it and still counting. Do not redeem. I mean, recommend. Bike shorts. Get some help, dog.
I have been playing Azure Lane for probably 6 or 7 years now. I don't know. I've lost track, man. I started after the Neptunia collab. There we go. I couldn't remember the name. I wasn't playing during the Neptunia collab, and I think that was in the first year. I don't want to think about how much money I probably spent on this game over the years. I mean, like, you know, when you throw like 20 or 30 bucks at it every so often, you don't think about how that adds up over time. And when I do my like business finance stuff with one of my friends, because if I didn't have somebody with me, I wouldn't be able to do it because numbers hurt my brain. But whenever we're going through it and I'm just like, 7.99 Azure Lane, 11.99 Azure Lane, 29.99 Azure Lane. He's like, how much of this is Azure Lane, Kirsche?
And by then you're like $17,000. It's like, God.
Oh
Good
my
Lord.
God.
Graham says, back in the 90s, my bro and I would go to the ocean to surf, and we'd buy Taco Bell party packs and taco burritos, and we'd leave them on the dash in the sun for 2 to 3 days, and we never got sick. Montez.
Okay, tacos on the dash in the fucking surfing sun. That's risky, brother.
Graham, I don't listen. You don't have any room to talk about what Kirsche puts in her
That
body.
is disgusting. How are you still alive? Bacteria.
Hey, speaking of, I've been holding on to this video here before we get to hard news. Blabs, I just simply said, do not show this to Blabs, because do you remember a couple days ago when there was something that I showed on screen? What was it that I showed on screen that you were like, hey, I
showed throw up and vomit on screen. I will not be taking part of this again.
No. There's no throw up or vomit on screen here. None.
Are you lying?
I'm not lying. All right. So Kirsche, just a little background. Last week, there was a wonderful, funny bit that this group called Barstool Sports did, where they went to a baseball game, and there was like 13 or 14 of the guys, and they had to have 99 hot dogs and drink 99 beers in the 9-inning baseball game. So naturally, what happened is like they get through like 6 or 7 innings, they're just like just all over the place, right? It was brilliant, and we showed it to Blabs, and Blabs' reaction was that.
Vara had the same reaction too. She's like, why the fuck you showing us this?
See, all you gotta do to motivate them is be like, you know, there's a woman out there who took over 1,000 cocks in one night, and you can't even do 99 hot dogs. What are you, a little bitch? That'll get him to eat them, you know?
Yeah, Blabs.
That'll do it.
So I found this video and immediately thought of Blabs. So here we go. Look, Blabs is this lady back here.
I don't get it.
Oh my gosh, stop. Oh my gosh, stop.
Want to cut open all these gag sticks and guess what I'm going to do?
What the
fuck? Oh, this is funny now.
This is
I don't understand.
These girls can't hear the retching sound, so if they hear it, they retch too? Is that what the thing is? Okay.
There are certain sounds that the one girl can't hear, and this girl in the pink can't hear the otherwise she starts to as well, which is this is how why I thought of you, Blabs.
Stop. I can't do it. There's people here. There's people here.
There it is.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it.
Oh no! That's how you torture someone. That's so bad. Wow.
That is bad. I've never
I didn't know that
seen
was a thing.
Look at the look on her face. The
She's
face of like,
no, please. I know what you're doing.
That's so bad. Damn.
She knows it's coming.
Like, I feel so bad for them, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't videotape it.
They know who you are.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, they do.
Come on.
No.
Sooner you do it, sooner you can go. There
Oh
she
my God.
is.
Come on.
One more for the kids.
One more for the kids. That's awful. That is
I've
just
never
mean.
seen that before. Like
No.
I do the like when I smell something really bad, right? Like I can't help it. Like when Tim would walk his dog, no matter, it doesn't matter how often he washes this thing, by the way. It's just like I think the outside just smells bad. So whenever the dog would come back in, the way the dog would smell would just like trigger me to start coughing and like I would start gagging. I couldn't help it. And so I'd had to start stuffing my face inside a candle whenever he brought the dog back in from outside. Otherwise, I would just start retching. It's just completely involuntary. So I guess instead of sound triggers, mine are like smell triggers.
It's brilliant. I've never, I mean, you can see why I thought of you, Blabs.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Good thing is I don't do that when like those toys. I don't do the retching sound for toys. That's insane. But
no, you don't. No,
it's just seeing the vomit and the saliva and all. What? No. It's a big fat no. Which is so weird because like literally I like stuck my hand up a cow's hoo-ha and everything, right? For ag stuff. But like seeing vomit, that's where the line is crossed apart. Like,
why did you fist a cow?
Oh, because it was the first time for her to ever like give birth. So we were checking to make sure she was okay, and I felt the hoof of the little calf inside. I was like, nice to meet you, see you soon.
Do you have to put your hand in there to like puncture the what is that thing called? The sack with all the fluid in it.
No, it was just to make sure she would be okay. Like I've also done it with pigs, but like it was the after effect, right? So like the pig had given birth, and I had like this giant like glove all the way up with lube and everything, and I went all the way in, and I was like, nope, there's no more, because they was afraid that there would be a piglet still in there because she didn't seem to be doing well. So we're like, what's the matter?
Hey,
with
Blabs.
What happened? Yeah.
Blabs, share my screen, Phoenix. This is what I think when I hear that.
No.
Oh God. Okay, as long as I don't smell it, I'll be fine.
Bring it. Take it away. Take it away. Craig, you're a dick. Take it away.
Wait. This is a perfect opportunity for me to bring up my favorite vomit video.
Get rid of that. Phoenix, help girl out. What are you doing? No.
So you see, we're in the like golden era of YouTubing, right? Like we can just chill here. We could just chill here and like people just enjoy us for us, right? But back in the day, in the dark times of streaming, you had to like do some crazy stuff to get donos, right?
Get rid of it.
And I like talking about Only Use Me Blade. Do you know what he is notorious for in any way?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Okay. Well, Only Use Me Blade was a streamer, and I don't know how it happened, but he started getting like a hole in one of his legs and it started rotting. Maybe it's like diabetes or something. I don't know how it happened, but I know he had a leg hole. And there was a guy with him in a camper when they were doing a stream at one point, and someone donoed like $100 or something to get the guy to pour hot sauce in the rotting leg hole and lick it off. And the guy did it and immediately vomited.
Yeah, you would.
One day, real quick. One day, when we're all brave enough, Blabs, I have a video. If anyone out in the chat used to listen to or watch Opie and Anthony, there was a thing called the Baby Bird Challenge. That is the peak of the most nauseating thing you will ever see in your life. And I say,
I'm good, thank you.
I say we get you to watch it.
I'm not doing it. I will not be sick for you. Not happening.
Is this what it sounds like? The idea that you're like chewing it up, then you transfer it to somebody else?
It's someone who had to drink an enormous amount of eggnog and then transfer it to someone else. And for about 6 minutes, it's just one single stream in the guy's mouth.
I'm not.
I was so upset when on Fish Tank they took away the alcohol. And then they gave one bottle to that one guy, Freddie, that's his name. They gave one bottle to Freddie, and I fucking TTS'd in. I was like, look, the way that you can give other people shots without breaking the rules is you baby bird it to them. And he was all down for the idea, and then the producers took the bottle. I was making content, and then they fucked it up. I was so upset. We know what you did to those girls, Freddie. The truth will come out.
Freddie. It's ridiculous. All right, look, we've fooled around for about an hour now. This has been good.
What are we doing? What's happening?
This is what our show is slowly transforming into. It's just everyone hanging out. Yeah, devolving. Yes, and I got to be honest, kind of here for it. Super fun. It's become a hangout place.
As long as there's no puke, I'm down.
Well, hey, by the way, I did pull up the video of the guy.
No.
You can actually see the thumbnail here. Look at the thumbnail, Blabs.
Huh?
Is that what this right here? See this one?
No, that was pouring Jaeger on the leg hole.
Is that Mercenary's leg?
The one that I was talking about was the hot sauce in the leg hole. Let me see if I can find the video.
Let's not. Why?
Okay. Well, it's okay.
It's fine, Kirsche. Thanks so much, man.
Oh wait, it's already purple on my browser. It's like the first link there.
And let's remind Kirsche, if you want to send that link, just put it in the little chat bubble down there, and then we'll be able to share it. So just there.
Yeah, I would go to like.
Got it.
1 minute 10 seconds in the video.
Why do you guys hate me so much?
Yeah, go to 1 minute 10 seconds. I think is when they like start.
Are we gonna get like hit for this for watching this?
You shouldn't. I mean, puke is TOS on Twitch, but you've already broached that, so.
Oh no! Oh, what is he doing?
He's putting the hot sauce on the gangrenous leg hole. I love streamers.
Yeah, that's what you get, you dummy.
It makes it so much better that he's wearing a fucking Hawaiian shirt too. I love it.
Like he's gonna have a good time. Oh, he goes back for
more. He
more.
goes back for seconds, man.
Wait, where'd Blabs go? Where'd she go?
I think she come back now. Can you get rid of it, please?
Yeah.
You guys are really mean today.
I think he's getting back at you for the car battery story.
Thank you, Kirsche. Appreciate that. That's wonderful. The right stream says, speaking of chain gag reactions, the pie eating contest from Stand By Me was classic for this. Thank you, right stream. Graham says, Blabs asked, how are you still alive? Narcon and CPR, Blabs. Well, that unfortunately, I died when my wife wasn't mad at me, so that was convenient. Montez, that a boy, Graham.
Montez.
C.
Get
Thomas
the
says,
Narcan, Montez.
100K from GamerSups, 17K from Azure Lane, allegedly, and Mr. Jimothy still on suicide watch. All right, thank you, C. Thomas.
Jimothy is alive, by the way. I think there's been some like rumors of him having died like a week or two ago, and it's like, no, I asked him a question in DMs recently, so he's not dead. Thankfully.
Right.
I would be very sad if he had passed.
Steven came in and says, do you have any clip of the first Ninja Turtle movies of the turtles being sad over moldy pizza? That seems relevant after hearing Kirsche's story of trunk pizza. No, we don't have that available, but yes, I agree. Hey, we haven't even got to hard news, but we did get to Montez.
We're too hard to get to hard news.
This has been a fun show, to say the least.
We hit the limit. We got it already.
We are at our first Montez goal. Let's keep it going. Let's have a great Montez day. What do we got, Phoenix?
Montez!
I love Katamari!
Let's go. That's a game Blabs would love to check out.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's finally get into it, friends. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news. Hard news. Okay, it's time to get serious now. Serious news, serious video game
Serious
business.
George.
Serious face.
So,
Serious
Kirsche, you have obviously seen everything that's been going on the last few days with Sydney Sweeney. Surely you've seen all this stuff.
I've
with American
actually
Eagle?
seen nothing. I've been on business trip, so.
Okay, well, let me give you a quick background because it all ties together. Sydney Sweeney has done a campaign with American Eagle where she talks about how she has great genes. And it's obviously a play on words.
Right?
Yes, but it's a play on words with her having quote unquote great genes. So all these people are freaking out because they see it as a Nazi dog whistle and it's promoting eugenics online, right? This has been
How dare white people exist? This makes me angry.
It's been an ongoing conversation and people have been flipping out over this. All these very virtuous people letting you know what a bad person you are if you enjoy the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads. It's been, and really this is exactly kind of the general idea. This is generally what they look like here.
Of course,
just it's exactly what you'd expect. A lot of people who
that
are
word I can never remember. There's like this old graphic that says like this word that's like danger coloration. You know, this is exactly what that looks like, just without the word on top and the definition of danger coloration.
Yeah. Let me just kind of give you a quick example of these people. We've shown this a few times on the show, but just to get you kind of caught up on the wonderful people that are thinking about this.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
Do these people not realize that their insanity is what made relatively normal people go, you know what, maybe we should get some ovens? Oh, like, do they not realize that they are actually fucking insane?
No, they don't realize that. They don't realize that people do appreciate the look of hot people. They don't understand this at all, right? And a lot of times it comes back to insecurity. I find a lot of irony in that. A lot of these people can't even tell you what a woman is, but they're upset about the hot woman selling jeans.
Isn't it ironic though that this person is talking about like Nazi and fascism, but she's basically advocating for the removal of a white blonde person basically from existing? I mean, she's like, how dare she be in an advertisement? So like, what, women who look like her can't exist now?
That's pretty much what this has been like, right? I mean, didn't even Linus Tech Tips have a tweet like years ago where he was just like, everyone should race mix because then racism wouldn't exist anymore because everyone would be the same color? And I was like, wow, what a weird thing for a tech channel to say.
That is a very odd thing for a tech channel just to throw out there. Yes. Well, that hasn't happened, but what has happened is this is triggered outside of crazy rainbow friends, their insanity. It's also triggered a reaction from corporate fast food, corporate outlets. All sorts of different corporations have seen the success that American Eagle has seen with a giant boost in their stock after this. I think the stock went up like 15% immediately after this ad campaign went out, right? So we've actually seen a total shift in culture thanks to this American Eagle campaign. And the next group on the list, the next company on the list that has got on board of this is Arby's, of all things.
Wait, Arby's? Was it Carl's Jr.? Yeah, it was Carl's Jr. that used to have the like hot women eating cheeseburgers on the car hoods.
Yes. And this is their new campaign. Hot girls eat Arby's, which is pretty awesome. Not going to lie.
You know, the way that her arm was in that first picture, it looked like it said hot girls fat Arby's. And I was like, you know, I'd rock that.
You're right. Kind of cool. But this is Sophie Cunningham. She is a WNBA player. And she has kind of, I know.
I'm kind of blown away by that. Wow. Okay.
Yes. She is she's one of the more popular WNBA players recently because she has gotten to the back, has the back of Caitlin Clark. She is a teammate of like the LeBron James of the WNBA, right? And as Caitlin Clark's getting beat up, Sophie Cunningham has come in and been like the enforcer. And she's like, you ain't going to F with her, right? And it just so happens she's like smoking hot, right? So
really hot, yes.
Yeah, yes, Phoenix. But so she wore this, and Arby's, like, I think this started off as like this kind of viral thing. They had like a Barbie day.
If this was like official or if she just did it on her own.
Well, I think she did it on her own. And then Arby's was like, yep, absolutely, we're on it. So they posted an unapologetic queen over on social media. And that's kind of popped off. Someone said, how do I get the shirt? And sure enough, guess what? You can buy the shirt now. Hot girls eat Arby's. All right.
Whoever is their like media manager for Arby's, they need a raise. They fucking capitalized hard here.
I like the statement though. Read the description. It's a statement. Let them know your fast food alliance with this cropped fitted tee. That's hilarious.
When are we going to get like a sexy Wendy giving us the square never frozen beef, all right?
Never frozen.
And actually, I had no idea what was going on, but I did have a link. Let me post it. From another person complaining about this. I was gonna watch it on stream tomorrow, but now is a good time if we're doing it here.
Yeah. Sounds good. Is this about the Arby's commercial, or is this?
No, it's just about Sweeney in general.
Okay. Let's see what they have to say. I'm sure it's very calm and rational. Yeah, for sure. Let's see this person upset about Sydney Sweeney.
I really wasn't going to weigh in on this, but here we go.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Just kill it there.
Yeah, that's good.
It's so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name, if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting. There's a lot of rhetoric.
Shut up.
This represents, and I don't discount that, but for me, I can't help but think about the 13-year-old brown girl who gets all her denim at American Eagle, who already struggles to see her beauty and worth in a world that continues to value white, Eurocentric beauty standards, which I naively thought by this point we would have moved the needle on. And this girl is now wishing she too could wake up with blonde hair and blue eyes. It took me so long, too long in my life to look in the mirror and see beauty. And I hate that continues to be a shared experience for young brown girls in this country.
She spent an entire minute just self-hating.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's really weird that, like, this person sees someone beautiful, and instead of figuring out how to make themselves beautiful, they feel more secure in themselves by tearing other people down. And that's really strange. Like, when I was in school, I dressed goth. I had like really muscular legs from rollerblading. I had a big ass. So I got teased all the time for the way I looked. It didn't matter that I was, a stereotypical European looking white woman. I had things about me that kids teased me about. And it made me self-conscious because, kids are assholes. And I was also a kid. As I got older, I learned, well, who the fuck really cares, right? As long as I like it, that's what matters. And that's kind of like part of maturing as an adult, is you to a degree stop caring what other people think. There's a way you can go too far, and that's how you get like Jabba the Hutt wearing a string bikini and you're like, I can't even tell which ones are your tits. There's a point where you go too far and you're too comfortable. But it's like, you don't need to tear other people down for you to feel secure or for you to feel beautiful, and it's completely fine for like the blonde, blue-eyed women to exist, and not like other people shouldn't feel bad that they aren't blonde and blue-eyed. It's weird to me, and it seems like it comes from a place of just hatred.
I think it comes from self-hatred, yeah, for sure. Insecurity, 100%. And like everything that she said right there could, if you wanted to play the game of being self-hating and wanting to tear people down, you could flip that. You could make her turn into a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, right? And she could say the exact same thing, just replace white with black or brown. And she'd be like, every time I see that, I feel self-hating, whatever, right? And it just comes down to how you feel about yourself. Obviously, I will say this about this girl right here on the right side of your screen. She does not eat at Arby's.
She does not.
I can tell you that right now.
And it's also confusing to me how like hard people rail against like Sydney Sweeney and those that look like her. Because I mean, we've had women like Halle Berry as Catwoman back in the day, right? And we had like Shakira. They aren't white women, and they were held up as like gorgeous sex symbols, right? So like,
yeah, of course.
I just don't understand where this mindset of like we need to hate the blonde-haired, blue-eyed people comes from.
Isn't it just, I mean, can we just admit it's just a power grab? That's all it is. It's the annoying retard kid that was in your friend, your basement with your friends playing Monopoly, and why he was owed Park Place for free. It's just, that's all that this is. Like, I think all these people are narcissists, and they just want power as quickly and easily as they can. And they saw the victim card. They saw that social media rewards that. So it becomes this feedback loop where they can just do that and then get something in return. That's all it is.
What was that? Hold on, dude. Phoenix, really great point. What just happened, Kirsche?
I was listening to Phoenix, and I was like trying to solidify like my response to it, because I kind of agree with him, and I kind of like think it's a bit different. But I have these like tubes of like weed edibles on my desk, and I was gonna eat one after stream, but the tubes.
I inspire
like,
that in people. Yeah, I can't get through this. Pop.
The tubes are like really nice to play with. They like fit perfectly in my hand, and they're like a nice, satisfying, smooth shape. And the way you open them is you like squeeze them, right? Because they're child-proof. And so like I squeezed it a bit too hard, and it made like a really loud pop.
Right. Well,
sorry.
No, that was awesome. I think Phoenix was just caught off. I think that sound is what happens when Phoenix watches this video on loop that we have on screen right now.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry, Phoenix. I didn't mean to derail you.
Phoenix, what do you think of Sophie Cunningham? Should we try to get a date with you?
Just one second there. I'll be right back.
Now, not only do hot girls eat Arby's, apparently, which they do certainly have the meat at Arby's. Yes, they do. Also, Dunkin' Donuts have hopped on board with this train. This has triggered quite the meltdown here.
Oh, boy.
Be ready for this one here.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink a Dunkin' Golden Hour refresher, it's like the sun just finds me. So if sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer, guilty as charged. The Golden Hour refresher.
That's funny.
So
what is there even to get angry about in this ad?
He's a white dude.
He looks Italian.
Mamma mia! There he is, right there.
He's like Italian or Greek or something. You know, he's Mediterranean.
Well, he said the word genetics in it, and that's what everyone's getting upset about, including this psycho. Look at. I'm going to say this right now. This is all you need to see from this,
Good
from this
Lord.
person. No.
Look at the rainbow thing for her spectacles.
Like, you know, when you see a woman wearing those glasses, you're in for a fucking bad time, bro.
Yeah, it's insane. Let's see what this psycho has to say.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan?
Another eugenics-based ad. Get F, Dunkin'.
I just got my color analysis back.
Is she just gonna put the text
Golden
there and
summer.
not talk?
Literally.
Who the fuck's coming out with one next? They're getting bold. They were already bold, but they're getting fucking
I think those glasses are bold.
right now.
I think that bull ring tells you all you need to know.
The haircut, and
What
everything.
does
She's
she
just
mean?
mad that she can't tap that. That's all it is.
It's just like, what does she mean by they're getting bold? Like they're putting white people in commercials without like a gaggle of other people?
For the
Like,
first time in 5 years.
Yeah, for the longer than that. It's just like, what is this issue? And this is where I was going to disagree. Like, I agree with Phoenix that, like, yeah, these people are definitely narcissists. But when you've had schools and universities and, like, even your job preaching this DEI stuff, saying, like, how white people are bad inadvertently, like, you can't do anything to shed the sins of your fathers. You're just the cause of everything bad in the world. And then you victimize everyone else and treat them like you're an eternal victim. Nothing is ever your fault. You have no accountability. Everything bad that happens to you is the fault of white people. They start going crazy when they just see white people existing. And it's why that, like, It's Okay to Be White campaign pretty much should have blown the lid off of everyone who was still ignorant to what was going on. When they went and interviewed college kids on campuses when they had posters of It's Okay to Be White, and the college kids were like, yeah, this is a white supremacist dog whistle. I don't feel safe on campus. This is dangerous. And it's like, no, it's literally not, right? Like, it made no sense that anyone could see that as anything else. And I think it's because they're used to their own subversive dog whistles that they try to plant those subversive dog whistles in everything else that everyone else does, even if it's just a literal on the nose. If we put this out there, this benign, normal statement, you're going to freak out and it's going to show people what you really are.
The term, like, dog whistle is so tiring and boring to me.
Yes.
It's such a like, it's one of those catchphrases that's thrown out there. It's a dog whistle. Okay.
It's the same with like grifter, right? Like it's basically lost all meaning, but there's still times where like it's the best word for the situation. Like I don't know what else I would call it, you know, in my description that I just had.
Mm-hmm. Right. I hear that. That's crazy. By the way, Helene Gigolo came in at 5, says, saw viewership go down by 500 for 30 seconds thanks to that leg. Thank you, Foxy. People were like, I'm out. It's funny. I'm actually looking at that's really funny. I'm looking at our viewership right now on YouTube, and there's literally, it went.
What, people don't want to see streamers licking gangrenous leg holes? That like I'd fucking find more videos of that if I could.
Well, look, people are melting down when it comes to what's happening in the advertising world, and the body positivity movement is definitely done. It has been a massive cultural shift. I think we all agree on that. And I, for one, am for that because I think that pretty people are good. Yeah. And they sell jeans, and they sell donuts, and they sell Arby's. I'm on board with that. Yes,
they
Phoenix.
Inspire people to like. That's the whole idea behind strength, beauty, all that stuff. Is that not only does it when you see an ad of that you want to appear that way to others, but it inspires people to better themselves. There's nothing bad in getting muscles, in getting thin, in wanting to look your best. Everything about that is a positive thing. No one's talking down to anyone. So to me, again, I just hate that we're even responding to these assholes because we're so clearly on the right side of history, and I'm happy that hopefully this is starting to turn now and we can all laugh at all these people. That's what I'm hoping for.
I have a question. My question is, all right, so when women see like a beautiful woman in media, they typically complain about it, right? Like the loud ones all over social media. They're just like, this is objectification. This is sexualization of women. We need to remove the titties from the video games. We can't have the beautiful woman as the head actress. We got to make everything body positive, right? So nobody feels bad. But when men see like a buff guy in a movie or in a video game, they're just like, I want to aspire to be that. Like, I want to be that guy. Let's fucking go to the gym. Let's hit the iron. Let's become that guy. Mm-hmm. Everyone that you've shown me complaining about Sydney Sweeney has been a woman. And I know that there's been like the vast feminization of men thanks to feminism in the last couple of generations. So I'm sure there are some very soyed out males complaining about this.
A lot of mommy muffins out there, yeah.
And I'm wondering if that was part of like a greater cultural shift trying to be achieved, right? Like the dampening of masculinity, the like, you should not aspire to be this like big, strong man who can protect people. You should be just as frail and weak and indecisive as a woman. And that's, I don't know, that just kind of popped into my head listening to Phoenix talk there.
Oh, I think there's definitely truth to that. You mentioned how there's, look, this guy does not inspire peak masculinity here. This is... Just throwing it out there. I called him Timu quartering the other day.
Oh my God.
True. It's so true.
He does kind of have a little Jeremy in him, which is fine. But he goes off on a little rant here. I'll give you a quick 15 seconds of this incredibly high testosterone man speaking.
Genes are passed down by parents to their offsprings, not to their children, their offsprings. No, it's just talking about genes. Well, art isn't political. Not everything's political. It's not that deep. It's not that deep until it is, you shallow-brained motherfuckers.
Yeah.
What?
And I think that's the thing about this. We talked about this on the show the last couple of days, but the idea, there's a holier-than-thou attitude. This, I'm way smarter than you, you shallow-brained idiot.
It's weird how smugly they do it.
Yes. Yeah. The smugness is, it matches the narcissism. Right. Yeah. The narcissism and smug nature. There's a parallel between the two. And it's, oof, man, you just want to smack them in Minecraft.
Oh, this reminds me of a few years ago. There was like some influencer woman who posted a picture of her holding her youngest baby. I'm pretty sure she was holding her youngest baby. I could be misremembering. And then she had 4 children of varying ages behind her, like lined up by height. And everyone was just like, this is a portrait of patriarchy and white supremacy. This is horrifying and I hate looking at it. And it's like, it's literally just a mother and her kids and they happen to be white. If you are feeling a visceral hate reaction at looking at an image of a white mother and her white kids, you are kind of fucked up. Like, that's a little crazy to me. I've never seen someone looking at like a similar image that's, you know, staged and professional with like a different race and been like, that's disgusting. Like, nobody does that.
Right. Only people who are incredibly racist do that. And I think that's what we have. You have self-hating white people. That's really what it comes down to.
Insanity.
Like, it's nuts. They've been told that they're wrong their whole life. It's like, and they're bad and they should hate it. And they feel justified in it because they're letting you know how right they are, you smooth brain, whatever, you know, like it's so the arrogance is off the charts. It's phenomenal.
I'm sure when I get a himbo and announce that I'm having a baby, I'll get canceled again for promoting white supremacy by having a white child.
Yeah. Unless you you know, baby daddy goes off and does his own thing and you raise it by yourself.
Well, that would never happen. I would kill him before I let him leave, you know?
I have a quick question. I'm kind of curious. Craig, how do you navigate this space, or, you know, as a parent, and I'm sure you are friends with many other parents, how are you guys battling this? I've got to imagine some of it may be getting into your kids' heads somewhere, and I'm curious, what are parents doing to counter that?
Yeah, you got to be pretty on. You got to be on what your kids are consuming, what they're looking at on a day-to-day basis. Be active in their lives. You can't just let them kind of go willy-nilly, especially on the internet. You know, when it comes to schools and what's going on there, I mean, you know, you have a pretty good idea of who to watch out for when you go to school and you look at the different teachers that are teaching them various things. I would say, and more than anything, you talk with your kids. You have a conversation with them. You ask them about what they're learning, ask them about what they have going on, and it's a fluid conversation. Now, I'm not saying I'm doing this perfectly, but I do think I'm doing an okay job of it. And you know, there will be, that's the reality of the situation, is there will be people who will seep some idea into your kid's head. But it just comes back to, are you having an ongoing conversation with your children? And are you teaching them the values that they want to be taught, of values like knowing that you are beautiful, you are smart, you are creative, you are brave, you can do whatever you want. And it doesn't matter what people say about things. It comes down to self-confidence. These are all things that we preach in our family. And there are times, especially as you know, my oldest one is becoming a teenager, you know, the idea of preaching bravery and confidence, like these are things that all teenagers struggle with. So, you know, we are continuing that conversation constantly. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the best answer I could possibly give you. So
That's a pretty good answer, I think.
Hey, thanks, Kirsche.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have kids yet, so I don't have the experience to draw from that you do, but it's like, I feel like you want to let your kids sort of do what they want within guardrail limits, right? Yeah. But you want to impose upon them, like, this is reality. Like, if you're a boy, you can like frilly, pretty, fairy things, and you're still a boy. That doesn't make you a girl, you know?
Yeah, 1000%. I think that's a big part of it. Is you have to give your kids the opportunity to be themselves. Mm-hmm. If you're looking to make mini you, then you're doing it wrong, right? They are their own, you know, like to a point. Obviously, you provide the guardrails. Right. Yeah. I'm not gonna be like, well, oh, you know, I really want to do a line of heroin. Okay. You know, it's like, you know, nothing.
And don't be like my mom and give your kid beers at like 7. Don't do that.
yeah. Probably a bad idea. They'll be eating your pizza and the food that you have left out with their biker boyfriends and stuff. So Anthony came in and says, yay, it's the Foxu and Blabs show with 2 guests. That's a pretty standard thing. Sparky came in and says, join stream late, maximum yapping, 1 hour tangent, weird internet shit posting. Oh yeah, welcome. We're so back. Welcome back, Kirsche. Thanks,
we're
Sparky.
So fucking back. We have never been more back than in this moment.
See, Thomas says, Sydney Sweeney being herself in a jeans ad, T-app, top users in shambles. And while not entirely my type, Sydney Sweeney is obviously attractive, but clearly Foxus are better. Right, C. Thomas. Risk Video says, imagine getting booty tickled over 90s style commercials. These Karens are self-reporting they're mental. Happy they're bringing Schmexy back. Montez, thanks, Risk Videos. Appreciate that. And yes, I also am glad they're bringing sexy back. Dusk Rider says, breaking news, conveniently attractive women sell products better than virtue signaling. More at 11.
Wow, who could have seen this coming?
He actually said conventionally, not conveniently, but thank you. Raphael says, cool to see you repping Ubisoft's colors today, Craig.
Yeah, what is that shirt?
Ubisoft.
It's almost very similar.
This is not Ubisoft. This is
right?
the Journey to Imagination at Disney World.
It's just that when you're like closer up to the camera and the mic's covering it, it does actually look a little bit like Ubisoft.
Hey, everybody.
First he gets a female anime model. Now he's repping Ubisoft. What is happening to Craig?
He's going to start speaking French soon. Watch out.
Just as we were back.
A water slide.
Yeah.
See ya.
Over.
Ministry of Wrong Thing says, all American Eagle has to do is run the exact same commercial with a hot black person to make these NPCs glitch out entirely and not know what to do. Just run. Ian So Forth says, should one of these posters be me bending over in jeans? That's Adolf in 1940. Thank you, Ian. That's weird.
That reminds me that there is an image of Hitler in Paris with the Eiffel Tower, and there's like 3 women bending over, lifting up their skirts, showing their panties and their butts.
See if you can find that. Blabs, see if you can find that image. Just search.
Good. I'm actually good. I'm really
Blabs,
good. Thank you.
I would love for your search injury in your search.
My search injury will definitely be injured after seeing that one.
I would love for your search history to feature Adolf Hitler panties.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm really good. Thank you so much for the
Adolf
suggestion.
Hitler panties. Put it on the merch list.
Oh my god.
It's coming soon as side scrollers.
Take this, Lebensraum.
God damn. Adam came in and says, yes, women behave like crabs in a bucket. It is known. Khaleesi. Thank you, Adam. With the 20. Jay came in with the 10, says, I suspect that this goes hand in hand with the diversity and the anti-2A propaganda. Different gears turning to keep the population weak and needy of the establishment and government. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into a little bit more of that here in just a second, Jay, for sure. Video Gamer 25 with the 10 says, Foxu's back again. Foxu's back. Tell a friend. Sex sells, and a white person in an ad isn't Nazi propaganda, for fuck's sake. Base take on parenting, Craig. You've got a good eye for good people and good talent like Cure. Montez. Thank you, Video Gamer. I think I find good people to work with generally, except for Blabs. Sorry, just kidding, Blabs. Oh, thanks, Vince.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Hey, listen, we have all sorts of little fun things to do. Like when we're promoting Montez, we can do this. Let everybody know, hey, we're closing on our next Montez. Oh.
Oh.
There you go. We're just 10 away.
I'm just still waiting for Plane Talk. Wait till you see Plane Talk.
I literally had Plane Talk. It was fantastic. And Craig was like, nah.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
For the next 9/11.
Well, look, how about this? After this next story, let's do 2 quick stories, and then we'll do Plane Talk to finish up, because I'm very excited to see what this looks like. Phoenix, can you do that?
It's fantastic.
Okay. But first, we have breaking news. Out of Saudi Arabia, are you ready for your face to be blown off and for you to never want to ride an amusement park ride ever again?
This just sounds like a typical Instagram story.
Here it is out of Saudi Arabia. Check out what happens to this ride.
Yep. I've seen this happen to a few of these rides, and I will never get on one of them as long as I live.
I like how the attendant runs away. He's like, nope, not on me. Bye.
Watch the attendant here.
She just dips.
Well, see you later.
The good thing is that the fall wasn't so bad.
Everyone survived. Everyone's fine.
Yeah, it could have been
I was
much
gonna ask
worse.
because it looks like one of them got flung off of it. If you look at the
That's what I thought. I think it's a
Okay.
piece of the ride itself. Here, I'll go full
if you
screen.
look Yeah, if you look in the back is falling down first, like not the part where the people are. See, yeah, that part right there is falling down, and that basically is a buffer for them. Ironically, look at that, because they just kind of like fall right into it, and boom. So I'm sure somebody got hurt.
It is a piece of rubble. Yeah. I can see it now.
I think it's some dude's shoe.
Yeah, it's a shoe or something, or the ride. Yeah,
just goes flying off.
I'm glad everybody is fucking safe from that, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, the seats worked, so we know that's good. You know, that nobody got knocked out of the seats, which is crazy. But how long do you think that this ride was on the edge of teetering to death? Like,
That's
this is
a great question.
Probably everybody's fear. You know, you're supposed to do like safety inspections to all this stuff every single day, I think, when it comes to these amusement park rides. And this is obviously terrifying. And I have a ongoing rule when it comes to riding rides like this. Now, this rule doesn't take effect here, but it's just an ongoing thing. I do not ride any ride that comes to you on wheels.
True.
That is a good, yeah.
That's a good policy to have.
I think that's good. Blabs, you ever ridden this type of ride before?
I have. I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie, so I love roller coasters and stuff like that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I love roller coasters. I love like jumping off of stuff and everything. It's great. Parachutes, you know, they have to be included for planes, but cliffs and stuff, as long as they're deep water, you're okay. But yeah, I don't really ride those type of risky rides like that, because you could, yeah. I'd rather go to a theme park like Universal Studios or Disney and ride those rides that they do have malfunctions. They absolutely do. Like a Universal does a great job of covering stuff up that most people don't know about. But I'd rather ride those than the ones that are just built on spit and duct tape and then like taken down 2 weeks later and, you know, moved.
I was on one. There was a shuttle one that would do this. It would swing and then go upside down. My harness went completely off. And then I went up, and it was just the emergency belt that was on. And I was too young to like do a lawsuit. So they just gave me a free pretzel, and I was on my way.
You almost died. Have a pretzel.
Wow.
I was like, what
Did
a
it
nice
have mustard?
company. Yeah, no, those cheap bastards. I should have sued. That's what I...
Okay, I was in one of those rides at a state fair when I was a kid. You know that ride that's basically like you're enclosed inside of one and like it kind of flips over and it's like 2 or 3 people in each seat basically. It's like you're in a cage basically and it flips and everything and you go around in circles.
Oh yeah, I know what you're
like
talking about.
So you're supposed to be like buckled inside of those. Mine didn't have a fucking buckle, so I was like being like thrown into the cage for dear life, man. I was like, my friend and I, we were like, what? I was like 12, he was like 10 or something. We were really, really young. We're like, Argh! Yeah, no, terrible time. Don't recommend those.
Oh my god. I think the most exciting ride I've been on is the Tower of Terror in Disney World. Before they altered it, it used to drop you like all 12 floors or whatever it is. Now it only drops you like a couple of floors at a time because I guess people were getting back injuries. You know, I already was preparing for my back injury at this point, I guess. But but I went on that and I was like, that was okay. But the level of like thrill seeking that I typically go for is like, I don't know, the teacups. The teacups are pretty my speed, you know?
It's a small world after all. Not cute. She's like, there's too much. I can't.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna go crazy. Someone shut those things up.
Hey, speaking of just really good rides, but this is a ride I would have rid on as a youngster. Probably not today. Do you guys remember the Gravitron? You guys ever seen the Gravitron before?
Is that the one where you stand? You stand, right? And you like, yeah.
You get pressed against the wall.
My mom on the Gravitron.
Yeah, they do.
Dude, have you seen that video of like, I think they're in Korea, where it's like this girl keeps falling into the guy on one of these rides and like he's holding her up and everything. And everyone's like, did they get married? Did they go on a date after that? Because it was like the most adorable thing ever. This like guy was super gallant, was like trying to keep her back up because she was just flopping all over the place. Hilarious.
No, never seen that. Well, did they keep? Okay, I was like, clearly they shut the door. They don't want anybody flying out the Gravitron from the inside over here.
With launch.
Here's
so
the Gravitron going crazy. This guy, yeah.
This guy's like, I'm just a programmer at Microsoft. Why am I here?
Right. I believe. Look at this guy hanging up over here. They're doing laps now, and obviously, this is all about centripetal force, which is funny. Give it up for this guy in the middle, by the way, who goes around in circles all day long. The ride operator, like, pretty impressive. Just saying, if you got to get on the Gravitron and ride it all day constantly. So, anyways, I would never ride this ride again for the simple reason of what we just saw in Saudi Arabia and that nonsense. But, you know, Gravitron had its time. So, great stuff. Okay, sorry. Little bit of breaking news there in Carnival talk, which is fun. Real quick, Jonathan says, Carnival talk. Let's go. Jonathan says, search history injury. I will
Hard
not,
to
Jonathan.
say. Search history injury.
Yeah, it is a weird thing to say. Bike Short says, Phoenix, show Blabs Peggy from King of the Hill skydiving.
Y'all gonna have to do that. You have the share button.
Yeah, I don't have that. Yeah, I don't know. Did you get a description of the ride operator? No, Reeps. Thank you.
The ride operator wouldn't actually be spinning, though, right? Because the centripetal force is just on the outer ring, not in the center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that is true. Yeah, they are the center of it. Yeah, that's a little physics-based talk for you. Stacy says, I was on a Gravitron. Stacy says, I was on the Gravitron.
I was going to say, I think he's on a bit of a delay because that's like the second time that I started talking because I thought it was quiet, but then he started talking and was like, oh.
Goodbye,
Craig. They boot me, then come bring me back. Yep. That's fine. Let me refresh Phoenix, okay?
Yep.
Blabs, why don't you read this?
Anything?
Yeah, I'm going to hit some supers. Okay, all right, hang on. You guys said a lot. Like, holy shit, there's a lot of you. Okay. Swiggity petite for 20 says, Kirsche's back. This episode has been amazing. Oh, the crazy crap has been a fun time. Fox you love. Thank you for being here. Let me hit up the big ones first. You guys are super generous. Holy shit, there's a lot of you. All right, Main Ace Chaos says, you know what? I think we need more internet censorship after that video. In fact, just unplug the internet altogether. Just toss it out. Just throw it out. It's fine. We don't need it anymore.
Get rid of it.
Wasp for 10 says, Craig, your model should be a cyber commando. Think Rex Power Cult from Far Cry Blood Dragon, but have a power glove inspired cyborg arm and have a belt of Nintendo cartridges instead of bullets.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Stacy said, I was on the Gravitron with someone who was drunk and puked a ton. You can imagine how that went. Never again.
Jesus.
Stacy. All right, we do see all your super chats. We're going to get to every single one of them before the show. Maybe have some of them scrolling on the bottom of the screen as we go along. But just know we appreciate all of them, and we cannot do our show on a day-to-day basis without them. Thank you very much for your support. With that said, I think it is important to talk about censorship. And obviously, you talk about this a lot, Kirsche, on your show, whenever you stream. Have you seen the insanity that has trickled down over the last couple weeks?
I was kind of paying attention at the beginning of it, but then I had to go on my business trip. But I know that MasterCard and Visa have been getting very uppity. They went after Steam. Itch.io also got their stuff taken down. We already knew that they had been going after like places that process in Japan prior to this. I'm not really sure where everything is at right now.
So the UK had like a UK Child Protection Act. The Online Safety Act. It's always it's always behind the wall of it's for the children, y'all. It's for the children. And they started attacking all sorts of the idea you need to have age verification to access the internet. They started looking at VPNs, saying if you use, it'll be illegal to use VPNs. It is a slippery slope that has happened over the last couple of weeks. And it started with what you mentioned, the Visa and MasterCard and the payment processor stuff. Now, Itch.io has gone off to say that they are looking for different payment processors, which would allow them to have a little more leniency on the content on their website. But this has continued down to all sorts of different platforms, including one that we use every single day, that being YouTube. As YouTube in Australia is banning YouTube accounts for users under 16. As part of new national social media restrictions here.
16 kind of old to be banning.
I agree. I agree. You saw the first comment. Parenting is too hard for Aussie Karens and Garys over there.
I guess so. Like, why can't you just parent your children? You shouldn't need to ban things. You should just be able to monitor them, man.
Mm-hmm. So here we are. The Australian government has announced YouTube will be required to ensure account holders are at least 16 years old starting in December here.
I think it's like Christmas.
Yikes. Okay, this is reversing a position taken months ago on the popular sharing service. YouTube was listed as an exemption in November last year when the parliament passed world's first laws that will ban Australian children younger than 16 from platforms including Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and X. The communications minister released rules Wednesday that decide which online services are defined as age-restricted social media platforms and which avoid the age limit. The age restriction takes place on December 10th. Platforms will face up to $50 million
Holy shit.
for failing to take reasonable steps to exclude underage account holders, a government statement said. The steps are not defined. It's always the gray area here. They said the evidence cannot be ignored that 4 out of 10 Australian kids report that their most recent harm was on YouTube. We will not be intimidated by legal threats when this is a genuine fight for well-being for Australian kids here.
I have a question. What is the evidence and what children are claiming that they were harmed from YouTube?
These are like, you're 100%. Those are great questions to ask. Show me the evidence, please. Would love to see exactly what.
Probably some 40-year-old PDF file saying so.
Children will be able to access YouTube, but will not be allowed to have their own YouTube accounts. YouTube said government's decision reverses a clear and public contentment to exclude YouTube from this ban.
I have another question.
Yes.
Wouldn't this make it more difficult to police what kids are watching because they're just banning them from having an account, but they can still access YouTube without an account? And so if they can access YouTube without an account and the child is smart enough to know how to like delete browser history.
Well, like, and how many of these kids know, like, they'll be on their parents' account looking at the exact same thing. But then we talked about this yesterday. Remember the story yesterday, Blabs in Phoenix, that YouTube is going to start using AI to help determine who is a minor and who is an adult on YouTube based off of their watch history and things like that.
Well, I'm going to bet that the YouTube AI is going to be just as efficient as like on Twitch. They've been banning for underage jokes for ages. Like, remember back in the day, you'd be like the I'm 12 and what is this? Or you could do like the ASL jokes where you'd be like, oh, I'm a 12 female and I live in Japan. And people would be like, oh God, what the fuck? You know, like stuff like that. Like if you try to do that on Twitch, Twitch will ban you. Like, there are mega big streamers years ago who, like, their mods made a joke like that, and their mods got banned by Twitch in real time, like, shortly after making the joke.
Well, we are on Twitch, so we wish you guys, see you later. We'll see you guys later. Have a good day.
Well, hopefully no one in your Twitch chat was doing that.
It's okay. It's Twitch. But we appreciate you guys watching over on Twitch. Make sure you guys go find us over on Kicker, YouTube, or Rumble. Or, of course, Side Scrollers Plus. With that said, Neon actually brings up a really good point. He says, I guess YouTubers who have audiences under 16 are pretty screwed, huh? Right?
Oh, boy. I mean, it's not like they were probably making much money off of the audience anyway.
Not really, no. You know, it's funny. My brother does have a musician channel where he sings like kid songs. You know, he was inspired by his kids growing up, and my brother's a musician, and he has a couple songs that have several million views on his kids channel. He doesn't make a whole lot of money on it. You know, there's not a whole lot of advertisement for the kid stuff, but I don't know how big of his audience is in Australia, but the fact that this is happening in Australia, you know, it just goes back to the slippery slope is real. But YouTube is not the only company that is making these changes or Australia with YouTube, because Spotify now says that you have to pretty much have to do age verification. Otherwise, your account will get deleted.
What the fuck?
With Spotify.
I think my account's going to get nuked then. I barely use it as it is. I'm not going to go and give them my info just because.
I think what's really interesting to me, and we can relate this to like the collective shout people trying to censor games at the same time. where they tried censoring stuff like Detroit Become Human and Grand Theft Auto in the past, and it didn't work because those are very popular franchises and people can defend them without looking weird. This time they went after like niche porn games where if you try to defend that kind of censorship, a lot of brainless people will be like, oh, what are you, some kind of coomer? What do you like, rape? What do you like all these weird anime games, right? Like, it'll make you look like a weirdo to people with low brain cell activity, which is most people on social media. So they go after like the low-hanging fruit, and once they get that banned, they have their wedge in to be able to go after the more mainstream things and start censoring more and more and more until they finally come for something that you enjoy. And it feels like that's the same exact thing that's happening here with the like, oh, but think of the children, where it's like, if you try to be like, hey, I don't really want to use my ID online, I don't really want to ever be subject to a minor's opinions online. I think that's kind of like a hate crime, right? But I don't want to give you my ID, you know? And anyone who's against that, low IQ people be like, well, are you just a pedophile? Because obviously you want kids to have access to this kind of content. And it's like, that's not what I said at all. You should be able to parent your children yourself without having the government need to ban things.
And that's, listen, I said this before I had kids. I say it even more now that I do have kids. You're 100% right. People need to watch over their own kids. You have to be involved in their life. And, you know, I saw a story that said it was, God, I don't remember which outlet it was, but it was very sad. But the long and short of it was, it was said something to the effect of, I love using AI to help co-parent my kids. And it's like, how broken are we when you have to leverage Chat GPT to find out if you need to change your kid's diaper?
Holy shit.
You know, like that's really, really messed up. So I think I saw that from Moonshot the other day. Moonshot tweeted that out. So
good Lord.
Yeah, that is absolutely messy to say the least. Golly, how crazy is that? But there's more here. This person has 114,000 likes over on X. Says logs into Spotify to listen to music. Halt. Please verify your ID. Logs into YouTube to watch political content. Halt. Please verify your ID. Turning on your computer to start using it. Halt. Please verify with your ID. 1,000%. That's where we're going here. And
pretty much, yeah.
And let's not forget, Xbox as well is in on this, as they're looking to do age verification for their content, and they've been using AI to look at game chat and all the nonsense that goes along in there. So, yikes! This has been a very quick turnaround here with this.
I'm just surprised that the like think of the children thing still works. Because how many times have they tried to push legislation with the like think of the children angle, and people have been like, wait a minute, we know what you're doing. But I guess we're just too fucking dumb in current year. Like I don't understand.
Well, I think there may be some confusion on that, because if you think back to we played a clip of The Simpsons from like 30 years ago where all the church ladies are saying that, oh, would you please think of the children, right? It's all the church ladies, which were, traditionally they were the mocking kind of the Christian conservative values, right? Now it's the other way around, where like these parties have almost shifted, where this Christian conservative group is there are obviously some who are, extreme, but generally people are like, just let people do what they need. They're pretty live and let live. But the other side has turned into, govern me, daddy government, raise me, please. And I think a lot of that stems from probably what happened in 2020, the nonsense associated there, and the kind of we talked about kind of the social engineering aspect of it, of, the propaganda. So
I mean, I agree. And I think that definitely ramped it up, but the government itself has been trying to drive a wedge between families for a very long time. I mean, the entire point of feminism in the first place is to be used as a tool under communism to drive a wedge between men and women. Once you can get men and women to start hating each other, the birth rate is naturally going to go down. Marriage rates are naturally going to go down. And the more you keep driving splinters into that wedge, the more you can gain control. And they've already kind of deleted the family unit. Right, like, when you talk about, to family being like a mother, a father, and like 2 kids or whatever it used to be, everyone's just like, oh, well, that's, white supremacy nowadays. A family can be like 3 mothers and 2 fathers and 12 children
Right.
or whatever, right? And then there's all the other families that are reliant on the government now. They've replaced fathers with government handouts. And so it's like, why do I need a man if I'm going to get everything I need from the government kind of thing? And so I feel like this has been in the works for a very long time, even though I do agree that it expedited in 2020.
Where do you think it started? If you want to put on the tinfoil hat for a little bit, where did it originate, Kirsche?
I would probably say it originated maybe around the 1940s and 50s, where communism was trying to basically encroach on all Western nations. And then in the 70s, when the first iteration of the like Equality Act thing came out, would probably be the first big explosion of where feminism started gaining ground. I don't think that act passed until the 80s. This was where Phyllis Schlafly, I can't pronounce her name, but she was like fighting on the side of the housewives to not lose the privileges they had as women, whereas the feminists wanted women to be treated exactly identically to men, and that lost a lot of privileges that women enjoyed prior to that whole shabacle happening, unfortunately.
I've never heard the word shabacle used in that context, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's good. That's wonderful. Oh man, but to see how quickly this has happened just in the last couple of weeks with the whole collective shout thing and the Visa and MasterCard and the payment processors, and then all of a sudden, no, well, we need to protect you and let's make sure you use an ID. Like the censorship is real. Like the government is definitely clamping down at this point. All governments, it appears, are except hopefully except for the United States. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, ugh. Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, you guys have a lot to say. Katie Astronaut says, "Hey, Kirsche, I'm curious if this real is I'm curious if this real is BS continues and becomes a reality. Will you go full flesh and protest like Smug-Alana said she would?" What is that? I don't even know
what the fuck is that guy talking? That's how. Put down the weed and retype your sentence.
Sorry, I read it as it was. I Am Werewolf says, so when will all of us degenerate pervert sinners get an apology from the tradcons who we told that as soon as they go after porn, anime, and gaming, they would go after the rest of the internet? Right.
This is why I dislike the I just want to grill mentality in current year. And I've talked about this before on my own stream, where it's like there are the people who I just want to grill, but they understand that they need to fight for their right to just want to grill, because there are so many people that want to tell them how they can grill, what they can grill, what kind of stuff they can use to fire up their grill, how far away from their house their grill can be, if their neighbors complain about how loud their grill, right? Like they understand that like if they want to do this unbothered, they have to fight to be able to retain that freedom. And then there's the I just want to grill people who are like, I just don't want to pay attention to politics, none of it really matters to me, like, you guys are having your shit taken away from you, but like my shit's still fine, so I'm just gonna bury my head in the sand. No politics, all right, politics doesn't belong here. And it's like those people make me furious. Like I hate those people almost more than I hate communists, and that's kind of impressive, because it's those people who allow the communists and other people to gain the kind of ground they do, to get the kind of censorship they do, and it's just, oh god, I hate it.
I'll tell you straight up, I was one of those people for a long time where I was like, just leave me alone. I don't care what, I don't care. Games aren't, there's no politics in games. And then it was like, whoa. Like there was just the eye-opening moment where you're like, oh my gosh, yes, it is tied to literally everything.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was as well.
And it shows you just how so Craig, when you rewind back to that version of you, it shows you how much power you actually did have at that moment, that when you relinquished it, when you walked away from it and just said, well, the world will take care of itself, how much the world fell apart. So it should be a reminder that we can turn this all around. We just have to show up, and we also have to show a little respect for our other fellow mankind that, okay, maybe something's not pressing for me, but it's got to be maybe pressing for someone else. And we should all be getting a little bit more involved, because I'm just going to walk away from it because I'm okay right now, I think is a very dangerous position to be in.
It's like recently, before I went on my business trip, I actually found out about a New Hampshire House rep. I can't remember his name because I'm really bad at names, but he's talked to me a little bit after that stream. He actually tried introducing a bill in New Hampshire that is going to do the same thing that bill I have pinned on one of my videos for the federal government about payment processors and banking not being allowed to like debank people or refuse service to people just because there's been like complaints or the person might not have like the correct political opinions or whatever. I'm not good at wording this, but there's a bill that was introduced this year in the House and the Senate, and this New Hampshire rep guy said that if those don't get pushed through, he plans on reintroducing his bill about banks and payment processors next year at the beginning of the year in New Hampshire. So I'm very excited about that. And if that happens, I would very much want to support him on that.
You know, it's funny because, you know, I talked, Phoenix, your rant was really good. I go back to that version of myself. Like when I started this show, and we started in February 15th, a couple of years ago, right? The intention was to do like a just talk games, right? And then kind of snowballed, right? And I've caught slack from people talking about how if this was just a gaming podcast and if we just talk games, it'd be pretty boring, right? I mean, that's the reality of it. Like Tales of the Shire came out, awesome, right? It got a 4 out of 10, cool. But you know what's more important than that? The censorship that's being put down that's going to say whether or not you can play Tales of the Shire if you're not a certain age, right? And if you can or cannot buy Tales of the Shire because because the credit card companies don't deem that game appropriate, or whatever it may be. That to me is more important than anything that's going on within the gaming industry, because all these things have a big tie to that. So, with all due respect to them, that's awesome. Do that. I like, by all means, there's plenty of shows that are there, but like for me, this is more important, because it affects literally everything. So,
I mean, especially in the last few years, since, people have ramped up the amount of censorship or the amount of like DEI nonsense they want in games, it's been more pertinent than ever to point this stuff out, because the way that they get it in is the same exactly as like the censorship people, I forgot their name already, Collective Shout, going after like the low-hanging porn games, or the people doing the think of the children kind of thing to push their censorship. These DEI people will sprinkle in a little bit just so people be like, well, it wasn't that bad, it wasn't that obnoxious, it was completely optional. And that's how you start going down that slope to getting even more of their like programmed propaganda messaging in there.
What a mess. What a mess. By the way, my mom just texted and she wanted to let everybody know what an excellent show today has been. So thanks, Ma. Appreciate that. That's great. Drop Barracuda came in with 10, says 100% need to check out Gauge, as in Engaged. It's an employee scoring system that follows you from one job to the next.
Oh, that's spooky.
Wow. That is spooky. Thank you, Drop Barracuda. Appreciate that. Hayden came in with the $50 super chat. Says this was never about protecting kids. This is all about censorship and building a digital database linking to your ID. The UK installed surveillance cameras on every street corner after 9/11. This is just part of the same movement. AJ was right. I'm assuming Alex Jones. Thank you, Hayden. Appreciate that, man. Hope to see you very, very soon. He followed up with another 50. Says several governments, yes, he is. Golly. Several governments make moves on this at the same time. The U.S. has the Screen Act and the Keep Children Safe Act online act both on the same floor of the House. How can anyone think this wasn't a collaborative effort? Keep calling reps and Visa and MasterCard.
Is COSA literally back on the table?
I don't know.
COSA's the like Kids Online Safety Act thing.
Maybe, yeah, Blabs, see if you can find that real quick. The COSA Act right there. Carrie says, hey, Kirsche and side scrollers, if you can, you need to go down the rabbit hole that Savvy's been exposing. The reason the censorship is going on at the same time is the CEO of Collective Shout is in the Australian government pushing all this.
Savvy has been doing amazing work. She's like, this is like her bridge, you know?
Yes, I agree. And we've invited Savvy on. She's going through she's doing some personal stuff. And the fact that she's been doing all this stuff while dealing with personal things is spectacular. So Savvy has an open invite to come on anytime, any show at anywhere, right? So, because I would love for her to dig in and really go down this rabbit hole with us, because I think it's important. She's talking about a lot on X. But I would love to have her on Side Scrollers to really dig in, because she has been killing it. So major props to Sav. Eric says,
your question about the COSA, Kirsche. As of May 2025, the bill is still pending in the Senate.
Well, hopefully it fails, because
Eric says, have you guys talked about the Net Act or the Screen Act? No, we have not. Are you familiar with those, Kirsche?
No.
The Net Act or the Screen Act. Dreg came in, says, clip that. Just want to grill rant. Just want to grill rant. So true, Foxu. Yeah, the grill rant that Kirsche is talking about. Yes, let's see. Sam, make sure you clip that when you're going through and watching the show. Was says, yeah, let's go, Sam. In the 80s, the PMRC tries to ban heavy metal. To compromise was the parental advisory sticker. One of the songs that kicked it off was Animal by Wasp. Thank you, Wasp, for that. I wonder if Wasp, the band, is watching us. Ethereal Warrior says, just wait for the new employment social credit score app, Gauge. Now your employee/management can grade you by your work productivity and engagement. This will follow you as you record as a record to other jobs you apply for. Straight 1984. What?
Ugh.
Okay, let's see if we do a little digging on that too. Yikes. Sapphire Aegis says they do this stuff to quote protect the kids, but won't release anything worth a damn about Epstein. 100% Sapphire. You nailed it right there.
I am still upset at the handling of the Epstein shit.
Oh, who is that's a joke? What a joke. Hylian Juggler says, sadly, the pendulum will go back to Westboro. The slip became real. So now the Matt Walsh types have a legit reason to return us to the Jack Thompson era, which made millennials go left to begin with. The Jack Thompson era. Do you know who Jack Thompson is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. Good that you know who Jack Thompson is. That's good. Blue Liar says, they aren't asking anymore. It's a global push. They don't even care if you see through the pretext. Just look at the UK. Yeah, the fact that they were like, yeah, we're just not even going to acknowledge you guys saying you don't want this. And just, I think that's the worst thing about it.
I mean, like, the government hasn't exactly been working for its people, I think, in the US or the UK in quite a long time.
No. Jorgen says they can't even stop kids from buying alcohol to this day. I don't want to hear for the kids BS when the people who refuse to release the Epstein files. Yes, Jorgen. Dylan says this is the push for the new system, a new world order. Wuhan Wiggle failed. Goal is to interact with Palantir profiles and a cybernetic. I don't even know what these words are, but they underestimated the power of gooners and bigots. All right, Dylan. Definitely a gooner and or bigot. Once you have a few of those roll on the bottom of the screen here, Blabs, while I get some of these from the direct donation side. Guys, thank you very much for your support today. If you guys haven't yet, open up a new tab. Use the link that is at the top of the chat over on YouTube. It's also over on Kick and everywhere else. And support Kirsche directly there. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff with Kirsche over the next, obviously several months and weeks and years and all that stuff. So you can support her directly by going to Side Scrollers Plus using the link there. Support us and support Kirsche. Give it up for MR Under, who's resubscribed tier 1 for 2 months. And Y Incarnate just wants us to fight with 200 bits. Thank you very much, Y Incarnate. Commodore Fan came in with the 5, says, I think the Shank series needs to come back as they were really good ninja-like games, but I'm afraid EA would screw that up somehow. Kirsche, did you ever play the Shank games?
No, it doesn't even sound familiar to me.
Phoenix, did you ever play those?
Nope.
Hand-drawn?
Never
They were so good.
Oh, wait, yes. Okay, yes. I'm sorry to interrupt, but yes, I know exactly. Mm-hmm. It is the hand-drawn animation kind of side-scroller platformer kind of hybrid thing, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Tenarian says, don't listen to Kirsche, Craig. I've had a female avatar with big boobs for 26 years, and I'm a burly, brawny macho man. The VTuber femboy pipeline is a thing, but it doesn't work on actual manly men.
You could just be the degenerate portion of the 50-50 flip I was talking about, though. We don't know what you're doing behind that avatar.
He's eating puffins. That's what he's doing, Tenerian. It's messed up. Delta says, Craig, what you need to realize with the pipeline is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you like being a man, but whether you like money more. Also, have you shown your wife your VTuber persona that Blabs cringes about? How does she feel? First off, it's not my VTuber persona, all right? It's just something that's been thrown out. Okay, I'm not.
He's pushing it off now because Kirsche doesn't like it either.
No, Craig needs to shut this shit down hard and fast. Bagman was like dealing with so many people trying to like weirdly ERP femboy stuff with him. Like he got pigeonholed into just being called a femboy all the time. Like people would send him like creepy messages. You gotta shut this shit down early and hard and fast before people start doing that with you, Craig.
I'm shutting it down. None of that nonsense. Is that good? It's over.
Yes.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over. All right. No more of that nonsense. We're going. If we go the VTuber route, we're just going to be straight up Jean-Claude Van Damme, high kicking everything all over the place.
Hell yeah.
Doing
Hell
splits.
yeah.
It's going to be great. Jesus came in and gifted a membership to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jesus. Wow.
Let's go, Jesus. Appreciate that. Tenerian says, Craig mispronounced my quarter black friend Jacob's name, Kirsche. It's pronounced like you'd think. It's Yakub.
Oh, it's Yakub. Craig, do you not know who Yakub is? Yakub is a god who created white people to have like a lesser being to, be the pets of black people.
Woo! I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. There you go, Yakub. Thanks, Tenerian. Now we know.
I can't believe you don't know anything about Yakub. Holy shit, Yakub is a rabbit hole in and of itself.
Now I feel like we need to do a little more exploring. God Hates Taxes came into the tent, says Craig should be a white monster. Can be because he embodies the older gamer. All right, that's nice. Thank you for that. Older. I prefer classic. Tenerian says, here's the funniest gag video ever. Literally brings me to tears every time I watch it. It gets funnier every time you want to watch it. Blabs, you want to watch another gag video before we roll out today?
I'm good. I'm so good. Thank you. Thank you, Phil.
Roll the clip.
Tenerian, thank you. Aiden came in with 100 bits. Says, I would like to tell the fatties to lose their weight, lift weights, and quit being a soy boy loser. Even though I'm not into petite women, but Sydney Sweetie is pretty attractive. Thank you, Aiden. Chili Mad Gunner came in with 2,000 biddies over on Twitch. Says, Madam Savvy uncovered the same people in Collective Shout are also in government positions to enforce and consult government personnel. Yeah, we got to get Savvy on. Got to get her on. Delta says, to be fair, there's a weird conversation about race mixing in mainstream media. I remember ESPN sportscasters commenting about how RG3 couldn't defend, that's Robert Griffin III, couldn't defend Caitlin Clark in the WNBA because he has a white wife. Yeah, that's ESPN. It's messy.
That doesn't make any sense.
John says, hey, Kirsche, saw your video of you playing Expedition 33. What's your first impression of it so far?
The game is beautiful. I already cried once, and I hope the game continues to be as fun as it has been. I saw a article this morning when I woke up saying that Expedition 33 pushed out a patch that fixed what people have been complaining about, which is, I guess, parry timing in combat. So hopefully that'll be great.
Excellent. Maybe we'll have you present this year at the Real Game Awards again, and you can get flamed by everybody.
It'll be worse if I present the award to a Frenchman than a black man,
Sedarian came in and says, looking forward to Kirsche playing more women moments while playing Expedition 33. Now I want my women moment with Poppy. There you go. Where's Poppy at? She's got to be hanging around. Sedarian, thank you. Oh, there she is. Hey, good to see you. That's what's going on. She got coffee for you, Kirsche. There you go.
I love coffee.
Coffee from Poppy. Delta came in and says, honestly, the last Real Game Awards will probably be venerated in a few years, despite the Nightmare card dev crashing out over it. Sticking to your guns and saying he deserves it on merit was a good move. Yeah, of course. Of course. Why would I not give him the award that he earned? Thunder Angel, thank you so much for resubbing with Prime for 2 months over on Twitch. And give it up for another name. Says, people seem confused. The left has always been part of the morality police push. Look back at Tipper Gore, Al Gore's wife, and her efforts to censor music.
Pipla came in and says, there's only one solution to all this. Are people willing to take that risk? Jarvix says, the government watches your kids 8 hours a day. You can put a filter on your home computer and buy them a quote dumb phone and pay attention to them. Get off your phones and pay attention to your kids. I agree. Game Hunter says, Kirsche, next time you come back to California, go to Frank and Sons Roadshow. It's like a convention to get your anime, video game, trading cards, comics, sports merch. Same goes to you, Craig, Blabs, and Phoenix. Frank and Sons Roadshow. You ever heard of that before?
I want to go to a roadshow. Those PBS antique roadshows? They're fun. I want to go one day.
Should we do maybe we should do a video game roadshow? Right,
down.
where we do that exact same premise of antique roadshow, but it's all gaming stuff, and we're like, you have something really special here. It's like that'd be pretty fun. Just a filler says Bill's S1409 kids online safety and the Screen Act. Unfortunately, grim times are ahead. Best wishes for y'all and paying the Fox tax. Thanks. And Katie Astronaut came in. Says, my bad for the first message to Kirsche. Let me clarify. If things are bad with the internet and Real ID, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan should your persona become compromised? So if the VTubing world becomes compromised, in your case, do you have a plan for that?
That man is a federal agent, and I refuse to answer any questions. Run him over with your car.
Get him out. Where's Montez at? Where is he? Get him out. There we go. Oh, there he is. There's Katie Astronaut. Get out of here, Katie Astronaut. Let's go. All right. Well, listen, this has been Kirsche. I love having you on. It's so much fun. It really is.
I love being here. I missed you guys all of this month, man.
Well, the best part about it is that you're coming back next week, right?
Hell yeah.
Let's go. All right, you guys head over to Side Scrollers Plus. Use the promo code, the link that is at the top of the description to go directly support Kirsche. That's at the top of the chat, top of the description, top everywhere. You can also support us over there. You can use promo code FoxLady or promo code $. Either one, great stuff. $, will get you that first month for only $1. Would really appreciate that. And we are closing in on 1,000 members over on Side Scrollers Plus. And we have some great announcements coming your way on Friday, which is tomorrow. So looking forward to that. Kirsche, where can everybody find you?
You can find me here on YouTube at Kirsche Verstal. You can find me on Twitch at Kirsche, at Kick, at Kirsche, and on Twitter, Kirsche Verstal. And I think that's all of the things that matter as far as my streams go. I also have a website. Go to Kirsche.com and sign up for merch announcements. Right now, you can see my ass, but you can no longer buy it. It's out of stock.
Let's go. That's good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's excellent. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. We will see you guys tomorrow when we're back at it. Who's joining us on Friday, Blabs?
Oh, we got a double whammy tomorrow. We have George and Megan Moo.
Ooh! Oh, awesome. Looking forward to that. Show. That'll be really, really fun. Some Meg from Rumble joining us. It'll be great. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. Looking forward to joining you guys then. But until then, remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it.
You guys have great genes. Good night.
Good night, everybody.